Coop,
What up?
what up, home?
I'm good, fam. How you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good,
Happy to
man.
you.
Indeed, indeed. Same to you, bro. Same to you. Busy morning so far. How you feeling? How you feeling on this beautiful Sunday?
I'm like you. Both of us already got a workout in today,
Indeed.
which helps.
Yes.
It
Yeah.
helps, especially yeah. Not be
Those are the
funny.
best feelings, man. I start my day off with a good workout, get myself together, get my thoughts right. That's why I
Mm.
normally brainstorm. Man. I brainstorm in the gym. When I'm in the gym working out, listening to music, I'm just vibing out, man. Just getting my thoughts together and just getting the oxygen to the brain. Feels good.
My brain is always storming, but like yeah, I feel like when I do work out, it gives me like a zone and a level of clarity that very few spaces offer.
Yeah, that's true. That is very
So
true.
I'm with you on that.
It's very true. So, man, what's on your agenda for the remainder of the day, man? You gonna relax a little bit today, or you gonna just vibe out today, spend time with your daughter? What you looking like, man?
My daughter's actually out of town right now. She's a traveler like her dad, so
Indeed.
she's actually on the road, so she'll actually be back tomorrow evening. So, you know, I'm just here. I'm with whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got some good rest today. I live streamed my church. You know what I'm saying? I came down here, got ready for the show. We're live. Been keeping up with the Nadal match because if Nadal wins his match, him and Djokovic play next.
Yes, yes. That's the one you want to see, though, right? You want to see the
Yeah,
dark look of it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to any other parts of the Olympics? Are you on it? Are you
I
excited?
mean, the US the USA is playing Serbia today. I am excited to see how an Embiid Jokic matchup is always good TV for
Yeah.
me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to see that. I do
Mhm.
want to see what this USA team looks like um, with Durant because in Durant and LeBron you have two easy ways to get buckets if you need buckets at the end of the game. It's like you can just let LeBron drive the ball and take it to the rack or create, or you can just like give Kevin Durant, the ball anywhere from 12 to 20 feet. Like when you need buckets, like automatic buckets. Like no, no, no. Like I need an easy 2 points, like right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I feel like they're still the only two players like that on the team that really know how to do that. I think Ant is
Right.
trending that way. Steph is really, really streaky in clutch situations, which means he's either hitting or he's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I'm interested to see how like the addition of KD to this team because for me, their starting lineup should be Steph, Ant, LeBron, KD, and B. That should be their
Yeah.
starting lineup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
a
can
little
do.
ball. That's a little ball so hard university for like the world like to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Because
Right.
all those guys can go get you. All those guys can go get you 50.
Easily, easily, easily. And I was just worried about KD's health because this is the first time he's playing since last year. I think like what the back half of last year season that was like what 2 months ago, 3 months ago when they got eliminated. So he hasn't played ball since then. And he
He's
was sitting out for
he's a
this.
gym he's a gym rat though.
Oh
So
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I was just more concerned about him getting acclimated and being conditioned to playing his games. But for what it looks like, he's smoking right now. He's on fire right now. You know, he's a baller. He's a baller. It doesn't take much for a baller to get reacclimated, especially someone like him. But if I'm his coaches, I'm cringing every time he gets a rebound when he runs because I can't afford to have another injury with KD at this point.
um, you know who gets an easier bucket than Kevin Durant? That's not like a prime Kareem or Wilt Chamberlain though. You know what I'm saying? Like an easier bucket. And think about it, he's shooting much further away than Wilt and Kareem are.
Right, right.
Like Michael Jordan's fadeaway is not an easy bucket. People do understand that, right? That's
No.
not an easy shot to turn your whole body and then fade with symmetry away from the basket. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not an easy shot.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
KD, easy bucket. It's Wilt and Kareem like how easy the bucket is. It's like no, no, no. Chances are, if he gets the ball like within this range, he more often than not going to hit the shot. Kind of like Kareem with the skyhook, or just Wilt, like period.
Right. It's a wingspan. He's a 7 footer with like a 7'4", 7'5" wingspan.
Yeah.
I mean, he has an arc. He has a true arc on his shot.
Yeah.
You're not gonna block that. You're not gonna
When
block
he,
that.
when he's next to Embiid, I'm like, Embiid's not that much taller than you,
He's
and
not.
Embiid's massive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Embiid's
Yeah.
mad. Embiid is very slow, man. I don't like his game. I don't like Embiid's
What?
game. He's very slow. Like just
He
looks clumsy.
he's the closest thing post move wise at the center position I've seen since Olajuwon in terms of his capability
Embiid?
at all. Yeah, Embiid.
No,
Yes,
he's not.
Embiid.
He's not
Yes,
as
he is.
nimble as Elijah. Elijah
No,
was
no, no.
nimble.
Nobody. Hold on. I said closest thing. Nobody's as nimble as Olajuwon in the post.
I'm saying.
I didn't say that he was Akeem reincarnated. I'm saying in terms of some of the post moves, he has the ability to pull off fundamentally.
He looks
And
clunky
like,
though. I give him Alonzo Mourning. He's close to me. He's closer to Alonzo Mourning.
whoa. No, I love Zoe, but I mean Embiid's better than Zoe, Sean.
He's
You
better,
gotta.
but he's the close. I'm talking about mechanic wise. Mechanic wise, he just looks clumsy. He just looked flimsy and clumsy. Like he can't get it together. Be falling down for no reason and throwing his arms out for no reason. He's just weird. He just I don't like him be like that, man. He's just weird. Be falling down and getting back up and throwing his arms up in the air and falling down again. That's not Hakeem. Hakeem mechanics are nowhere close to that.
I
Nowhere.
said closest. I said closest too.
Oh,
Because
baby.
in Akeem, you have probably one of the five most skilled people with the ball in his hand. Like
Yeah.
period. Like just
Yes.
period. In terms of his
Yeah.
skill. Like because here's the thing: like Akeem can shoot, defend, block a shot, get a steal, hit free throws. Like as far as his skills go, and then that's without talking about his fundamental post work, which is
Yes.
like in my opinion, it's the most fundamental post work I've ever seen, and that includes Tim Duncan because he's more exciting than Tim Duncan. Like he can do everything Tim can do fundamentally, but he's got some more glimmer to his game than Tim.
Right. Because Tim is more methodical in his approach. Tim is going to come down court. He's going to get to his
Yeah.
spot, and you're not going to stop him from getting to his spot.
See,
It's
Akeem
like,
had to play. Akeem had to play in an era with like Mike and Magic and Bird and Barkley, so there'll be no like waiting to get your fucking points.
no, not at all. Not
Yep.
at all. Not
You
at all.
know,
He's matched
like
up.
7 shots up on you by 5 minutes into the first quarter. Like ain't gonna be no waiting.
Right.
That's why Akeem's moves are so fluid. Like all of Akeem's moves are meant to get you somewhere like quick. It's not like boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 got you.
Absolutely. 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 But he stood out amongst like the Ewings and the Shaqs and the Zoes of that era. He was just the one. He was the one that had. He was more of a hybrid before we knew what a hybrid was in a postman,
I mean,
because he wasn't backing you down with his power. He was just spinning around you, taking you off the dribble, faking you out. He didn't overpower you. He just finessed you.
I think all time because of Tim Duncan's accomplishments and how many rings he has, it's 5-2. It's what 6 finals appearances versus 3 finals appearances.
Yeah.
They both Tim has 2 MVPs to Akeem's 1, even though I don't think that's fair to Akeem. Akeem probably could have got one of Karl. The year David Robinson won, Akeem probably felt like he should have won, and
Yeah.
he had valid reason to feel that way. And then he very unpolitely, like undressed David Robinson in front of all of us in the playoffs, even though the Admiral had a good series. But the stuff Akeem was pulling off post-wise was just showing like, yeah, I'm the better player down here of the two of us.
Yeah.
So I would have Shaq and Duncan slightly ahead of Akeem. But if I were picking a team, I wouldn't take Shaq or Duncan over Akeem.
Oh.
I wouldn't.
Prime Shaq?
See, that's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Like a prime Shaq, like he's gonna do more against Hakeem, but he still can't like fuck with Hakeem in the post. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he can't. Hakeem's still gonna get his buckets on a prime Shaq in the post.
I'm still taking prime Shaq.
I mean, see, but that's what I'm saying. If you're talking for like 3-4 years, it's like, yeah, but if I'm talking like, that's why I said if I'm picking a team and then I'm building a franchise, it's like, no, you're talking about Shaq. You're talking about Shaq for 3 or 4 years. I'm talking about Hakeem for 12.
That's okay. You're talking about building. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm still teeter-tottering on Shaq. I'm still Shaq was up.
No. Shaq's a problem. Shaq also got swept by Hakeem too, though.
He got swept. Yes, He got
Even though that was young Shaq, that's actually when Shaq developed his post game. Is after he got
correct. He
because
had
he
to.
was getting by on his athleticism and his talent. He realized that if I'm going to beat this guy, I'm going to
Mm.
have to get more skill.
He had to because there was no more bully ball. You couldn't bully ball somebody that skill. Not all game. Not like that. I'm still taking prime Shaq. I'm still taking Shaq career, and I love Hakeem. I love Hakeem, but I think
Akeem, low key individually had the better career. If you want to look individually, like
over Shaq.
if you're looking at individual accolades, that yes, because he's got a defensive player of the year and an MVP.
No,
And yeah, he's got a defensive player of the year and he's got an MVP. And he's got 2 finals MVPs and he's got 2 rings. And he's been actually higher ranked in the MVP conversation longer than Shaq has. Like, the years like Akeem's been closer to winning more MVPs than Shaq has too. And he is the all-time blocks leader. And I believe his point per game average is higher than Shaq's all-time, and their rebound average is comparable.
cool. You're talking
Better
about
free throw shooter.
Shaq
If
was
individually, Shaq has 4 rings to Akeem's 2, and he's got 3 finals MVPs to Akeem's 2. But if you look at the totality of it, especially if you include the defensive side of the ball, yes, Hakeem has had a better individual career than Shaq. Because Akeem, how about this? Akeem is probably, him and Michael Jordan are the only 2 players that are top 10 all-time offensive and defensive players. Maybe Kobe. Maybe Kobe. Kobe might
Mhm,
crack that list. Like all
mhm,
time on both sides.
mhm.
Like Shaq's not all time on both sides. Akeem, if you wanted to pick a defensive center, Akeem would be your pick. If you wanted to pick an offensive center, Akeem's a top 5 pick. He's the
Cool.
only center that can really say that because Wilt's defense wasn't like Russell. Akeem's offense is better than Russell's offense. His defense is better than Wilt's defense and Kareem's defense.
Cool.
Offensively, he's comparable to Kareem and Shaq in his prime. Yeah, he had a better
Cool.
individual career. He did.
Cool. There's no
Yeah.
such animal as Hack Hakeem. There is one of Hack
Because
Shaq.
Akeem could hit 75% of his free throws.
Dominant.
75 to 80.
Yes. The only way you can stop him is to foul him and hope that he would miss these free throws that he was missing. Other than that, he was a dominant force on both ends of the court. Now, granted, I will give you this. If Shaq had to go up against any centers that would pull him outside the paint and make him guard that perimeter, he wouldn't be able to do that like Hakeem would.
Think
But
about this.
young prime Shaq was still had great feet movement. He had good foot movement.
Okay.
And higher time.
Okay, you're gonna make me do it. So this is
Can't
what you
do
wanted. This is what you wanted on Sunday.
it. I'm just saying.
Okay, no, we're gonna do it since you want to do it. Who's the second best player on the Kings championship winning teams?
I got to give it to Clyde.
Clyde was only on one. Who? What about on the first one? Clyde's on the second one.
Mm. Who was in that first lineup that they had? It was
Otis Thorpe, Kenny Smith, Vernon Maxwell, Mario Elie, Robert Ory.
it was spread out. Pause. It was equally distributed between those guys because you can say their games of Vernon had great games. Kenny was very, very important.
Sam Cassell's a rookie on that team.
It's hard to say that, man.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So
It was a big drop. It's Hakeem, and then
correct, and he
yeah,
still won a ring. Now let me submit something to you. Do you know how many rings Hakeem would have if he had a prime Kobe and a prime D Wade? Do you know how many rings Hakeem would have? Because it would be more than 4. Yeah. Give Hakeem a Kobe like Shaq had Kobe. They're winning the ring every year.
what do you want? You want skill? Or you want dominance? Which one you want? As a coach?
As a coach?
Yes, you want skill or dominance?
I want dominance because winning is hard.
Shaq is dominant.
Hakeem's dominant on defense, though. And offensively, you can't stop him. Like, offensively, nobody can stop him, and he can stop the other person defensively or hold them to a lesser version of themselves. Nobody can hold him to a lesser version of him.
But Shaq can do the same. That's what I'm saying. No one was dominating Shaq on the defense.
Give Hakeem Kobe. Give Hakeem Kobe. If Hakeem had Kobe for 5 years, 5 rings. Not 3. Not 3 and 7. Be 5 for 5.
He went to the finals with Ralph Sampson, didn't he? When they
Yeah,
were the Twin Towers.
yeah. They had to play the '86 Celtics. It's '86.
Hey, they were transcendent players too. Twin Towers.
Six Hall of Famers. Six Hall of Famers on one team. Like there's only 12. It's only 12 fucking spots on the roster.
I'm just
Half the
saying.
team are Hall of Famers.
I'm just saying, cool. I'm just saying. I get
Ridiculous.
the
They
point.
literally had multiple MVPs and Finals MVP
They
winners like
did.
on the team at the same time.
I get it. I get it. But what I'm saying is, I get
Their
your
second
point.
team, their second team could have been a starting lineup for probably about 10 or 11 of the NBA teams.
Indeed, indeed, that was a dominant team. That was a dominant team. I get your point.
Akeem
But I'm
beat Magic.
he did. Yeah.
Yeah. He beat Magic to get to those finals.
So you saying that prime? You saying over a length of the career, you'll
Yeah,
take Hakeem,
like
you're taking
86 to 96.
86, 96. You're taking that Hakeem over Shaq.
Because the Shaq you're giving me is the Shaq you're talking about 1999 to 2000, what, 3, 4?
I will go back a little bit further than that. I'll go back to Shaq and Penny as well.
That
That
guy
Shaq,
don't know King.
that Shaq was dominant. He was young, just couldn't get it done.
You don't want it with a King.
No, during that time, no, because Hakeem was a legend by that time. Hakeem was already in his legend years by that time. Yeah.
Like Maestro, like Masterclass.
Right. Who had the most dominance though for that time span?
No. Shaq for how about this? Like if you go look at his finals numbers during the Lakers three-peat, and even in the finals that they lost, like the one to Detroit, his numbers literally look insane. It's like literally averaging like 37 points and like 14 rebounds and 3 blocks. And yeah, it's not. It's nasty. It's like he didn't really do that against people, did he? It's like yeah, he did. It's like when you go look at some of the stat lines, it's like 38 points, 19 rebounds, 4 blocks. It's like did he do that in the? Yeah, no. Shaq played like that, like when it mattered. I'm not trying to take anything away from him, but I'm saying if you're telling me that I got like this, is what I'm saying. How about this? If you were to give me a prime version of Kobe or D Wade and a prime version of Shaq and Hakeem, I still think I can beat you.
Okay.
I still feel like I can beat you. Like when it matters, my guy's gonna hit free throws. My guy has a better go-to move. My guy's a better defender.
That's fair.
So it's like, yeah, it's like even if you gave him a prime D Wade versus Shaq and Kobe, it's like, oh no, they're gonna give them some run. Kobe and Shaq ain't running away with them rings if that happens.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
Because you got some comparable comp, and then pressure gonna bust pipes. I mean, that doesn't matter to Kobe. Kobe didn't have a conscience, but
Kobe didn't care.
Shaq it mattered.
No, I get it. No, and again, I'm a huge Hakeem fan. I think skill-wise, he's the best skilled center that I've seen in my life that the game has seen.
Think about it. He's the all-time shot block leader. He's not 7 feet tall, Sean. He's not 7 feet tall, and he's the all-time blocks leader.
Yeah. He was what 6'10", something like that.
Maybe 6'10".
Maybe.
Like when he's standing next to LeBron, like he was teaching LeBron some moves one off season. I swear he might have been an inch taller than LeBron. LeBron's 6'9", so yeah, about 6'10", maybe 6'10 and a half.
Yeah,
he's not 6'11" because KG's taller than Hakeem. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like Durant, all those guys, like they look down on Hakeem a little bit. Hakeem like 6'10", he's all-time blocks leader. Why ain't Shaq the all-time blocks leader at 7'1", 320?
We know why, man. We know why.
Because he's not a king of defense.
You know how Shaq is he relies on his man.
Hakeem has a top 5 move all time.
Here's what I found.
He does.
He's got the Dream Shake. The Dream Shake's a top 5 move. It's actually top 3. Skyhook, Jordan's fadeaway, Hakeem's Dream Shake. Those are your 3 best go-to moves. He's the all-time blocks leader. He is the best defensive center that ever lived because he did what Bill Russell did. He did it by himself, and he did it in a different era where, like, there were guys like Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler and Dominique Wilkins, like real, like, Skywalkers, like guys that young Grant Hill, young Penny.
Yeah.
Did nobody really want to? Only person that really ever even gave it to Hakeem was Kevin Johnson. You don't really see pictures of Hakeem getting dunked on, not even by other centers, really.
No, he don't get slipped up on, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
knocking that
He don't
out.
get no love. He doesn't get enough love. He doesn't get enough love. Like I told you before, he's one of my best centers I've seen play. Like I learned a lot of my post moves just by watching him play.
I mean,
But again,
first of all, you don't have post moves.
cool. I'm a monster. Cool. I'm actually going to play this afternoon. Probably. I'm a monster. Cool. I'm a monster. Straight up.
Yeah,
It's like,
I'm
like
so I'm so sick of these playground legend stories. I want to
next
see you
show,
on the court.
next show, I'm bringing the magazine. I'm gonna show the magazine.
You in this magazine?
I'm gonna
Okay.
show you the magazine. Next show, I'm gonna show you the front cover of the magazine. Cool. I'm telling you, freaking monster.
Like, are you a player? No, hold on, let me ask you something. Are you a player or are you a baller? Because, like, I'm not going to front. When it came to basketball, I was always a player. I was never a baller.
Both,
You a baller?
both, I'm
Okay.
both. Because I can play in the system and out the system. I played in systems outside the systems.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. I'm 44. I just played in a semi-pro league about 3 years ago, right before COVID. 4 years ago, right before COVID
We
started.
don't we don't have any evidence to confirm that you actually
I'm
played. We don't have
gonna
evidence to confirm that.
bring the evidence. I'm gonna show the evidence. Cool. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send you the chat. I'm gonna send
We're
you.
gonna need to see. We're gonna need to see some roster photos, some game footage.
Yo, look, let me go to it, man. I'm gonna send you the stuff in the chat. I promise you.
That's fine. Put it up for the people to see. Inquiring minds would like to know.
Yo, man, I can't take this disrespect. I'm gonna put the picture up
About
on.
pro league. Oh no, I remember what you did to me last show.
You gotta move on, man. I've moved on from that. You gotta move on.
No. I'm petty. That's not what petty people do. Petty people don't move on. Not how that's.
Bro.
You can't be
Yo,
petty and move on. That's an oxymoron. You have to
got a
pick.
point. You got a point.
You have to.
I can dig it. I can
I
dig it.
chose it.
We're gonna show the
No.
footage. I'm gonna show the and one stuff and everything. I'm gonna show that to all of y'all. That's
And
all.
one stuff. This nigga think he
All
skipped
of
my loop. Skip to
Yo,
the next
man.
topic. How about that?
Yo, let's get to the next topic, man. Yo, RIP to DJ Polo. We got some news a couple days ago that DJ Polo passed away from the fame of Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. Again, another legend that we're losing at a fairly young age. I think DJ Polo was in his mid 50s, late 50s maybe. But they didn't disclose where he passed away from. But we did lose a legend, and again, shout out to his family. God rest his soul. Hope that they can get through this challenging time in their lives with his passing. But yeah, man, we lost a legend. Cool G Rap, I think he posted something not too long ago just to share, his condolences as well. But again, man, it's just we're starting to lose legends almost every other month. Seem like, bro, like every time you turn around, there's something else that happened, and when the information comes out, you realize it's not what you may think it would be. It'll be something dealing with health issues and things of that nature they've been battling for years and just never got taken care of in the rap community. So what are your thoughts on that, man? Because we're starting to see this more frequently, unfortunately.
I've kind of been saying this for a few years now on the podcast circuit about how I do not like how I see the hip hop figures that we grew up on, who were about 10 to 20 years older than us, the way that they have been dropping down. It speaks to, the wear and tear of this business on a multitude of levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to call it what it is. It's like there's a lot of drugs involved, Sean. There's a lot of alcohol involved. There's a lot of women involved. There's a lot of bad eating and bad eating habits involved. You know, there's a lot going on, and I think it's reflecting in the way that we're losing our hip hop elder statesmen, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a direct correlation between the two because there appears to be something going on with what's happening and the things that are being done within the hip hop community where we're literally seeing our legends not make it to 60.
Right. Right.
Like, that's a legitimate thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were talking behind the scenes. I brought up how, Fife, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, MF Doom.
Yeah.
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 Health. And so it's just another mark to me because, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when I look at that age bracket, I'm like, well, the food that they were raised on, you know what I'm saying? The environment that they grew up in, habits that they have, the pressures of the rap industry,
Right.
the the,
Right.
the gravitas, the gravitas, and the pitfalls that come with the music business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Access to nefarious resources that you get.
Right.
Um,
You
all
know,
of those things come to my mind. You know what I'm saying? In terms of his passing, just in terms of how I look at it from a larger scope. On a personal scope, probably somebody who is underrated in this hip hop culture, because when we talk about the producer slash DJ MC combo, because your DJs essentially were your producers. You
indeed.
know, so it's like when you're talking about that combo, well, he doesn't really get the reverence that Eric B does he? Or Scott LaRock. You know
No.
what I'm saying? Think about it. Scott LaRock only did one album really with Chris. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
he gets more reverence than Polo did while he was here. Rest in peace
Right.
to both of them. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're both not here. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like the closing of an era too, where it's like, well, no, we're seeing a lot of these groups that we grew up on, that when we first got acquainted with hip hop in the late '80s and early '90s, we're starting to see members from the groups pass away. You know, De La's down a member, Tribe is down a member. You know, Scott LaRock's been gone, DJ Polo's gone,
Yeah.
Easy E's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of people. Like, I'm bringing up like
You
things that
said,
I'm thinking. Yeah, Prodigy. But think about it. With all these guys, it really came back to health. You know what I'm
um,
saying?
yeah.
Even
All
with
right.
Easy Prodigy, came back to health. It's like, yeah, like P
Yeah.
had sickle cell. Was P probably still smoking and drinking? Well, yeah. Well, you really can't do that when you have sickle cell now, can you?
Right. X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Closes up and constricts your blood flow and your blood patterns. It puts you in the shock.
Yeah.
You'll go, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, the health is the thing, man. It really,
Yeah.
really is. And it has me worried, because it's damn near like, it's like, who we gonna lose next?
Right.
Like on some health on some health type shit. You know what I'm saying?
No
I
doubt.
can't front. When I seen it, it was like, nah. I was like, I'm working out today. I'm getting on this jump rope. I'm
Yeah.
getting this floor mat. I'm about to do these ab exercises. I'm about to do these weights. You know what I mean? Back and forth with the jump rope to get my cardio for the. Yeah, it's like, nah.
Yeah.
Because
You,
you
you
see
got
stuff like that, and it's like,
you
lifestyle.
do. You do, because you got to keep a regimen. And like for me, and then we joke around about it, but I do still play ball. I play ball when I can. I try to play once or twice a week when I'm home. I travel a lot, so normally when I travel, I typically would travel out on I fly out on a Tuesday, come back on a Thursday or Friday. But Monday, I'm up there playing ball full court from like 6 to 9. Hard body, you know what I mean? Just trying to get the lungs to continue to move right, right? Continue to get the oxygen flowing. And I lift weights in between that time. Mornings I go lift weights just to keep everything going, because again, we're at that age, we're in our mid 40s now. And it's you gotta
Whoa,
maintain
whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not in my mid 40s till later this year. Still in my
So
early 40s.
embrace it, man. Embrace it. I'm
It,
44. Embrace it. I'm 44, but I look 20 something, 30 something. So
I
it's
mean, to
good.
be honest with you, if I were to actually black this out, like all the other famous rappers that are closer to our age bracket do, no good and damn well they got gray hair. All these dudes is lying to y'all. If I actually were to black it out, like, I mean, people think I'm in my 30s now still, and that's with all this. If I were to take this out, I can go back
I
to my
want,
early 30s if I want.
I want gray hair. Like I can't get it. I mean, God bless. I don't get gray hair. Even my regular hair. I don't. I got a full set of hair. You know what I mean? Like I just eat right, man. Eat right, drink, sleep, all those good things, man. Try to stay healthy, man, as much as possible. And genes come along with that as well. Shout out to my mom and pop. You know what I mean? But still, you still got to add. For me, because I travel so much. Doing so many years in the Marine, I did 20 years in the Corps. You know what I mean? So I had to learn how to like preserve my body. You know what I mean? Like throughout the years of just grinding, man. And
Marines,
yeah,
Marines are different than the rest of all the other branches. Y'all are wired different, kind of way football players are wired different than the other American athletes. Y'all are wired different than the rest of the military.
absolutely,
Y'all
absolutely.
regiment. I've noticed more than anything that Marines who no longer are like active in the Corps, like the
Yeah,
way that y'all's lives are regimented still.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the Marines I know are that way. Like
Oh yeah.
all of y'all.
Oh yeah.
All of y'all got some sort of regimen, and it's usually health and fitness related.
Absolutely. Can't turn it
Yeah.
off. Can't
No, no,
turn it
no.
off.
Y'all be wild. It's like you be sitting with your friends, be like, so I know how to kill you, like really kill you though, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
so
Let me
we
show you
playing.
this move real quick.
Yeah, every Marine that I've ever hung around like reminds me of that, male and female. Be like, I can kill you, Ahmad, right? It's like I'm aware. I know who you are. Like nobody's saying
Right,
like
right.
yeah.
Yeah. But it taught us, and going back to your point, because you always talk about health and even mental health, Coop. You talk about it a lot. And in our communities, man, we don't really address it enough, especially for me. And I was in the Corps, for those 20 years. We never really addressed mental health. We always said mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. So we pretty much try to be invincible when it came to that. But the older I get and the more removed I get from my lineage of the Corps, I realize how your mental and your physical work hand in hand. That's why I go to the gym so much.
It does. Not to play hip hop psychologist with you too much, like because Marines are taught to compartmentalize so
Hmm.
well.
Yeah.
Um, Relationally speaking, you all are very problematic because of your ability to compartmentalize. You're all
Yeah.
very problematic
Yeah.
to your spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends. Like y'all are problematic to them because of the manner in which you think, in which you move.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because
Absolutely.
your wife probably tell you something, and you'll probably be 3 steps into, it, and she'd be like, "Motherfucker, I'm still talking about it. Like, why did
Right.
you just do 3 steps?"
We already move it. Right. It's time to go. It's time to execute. Yeah.
Right, right,
But
Marine.
that's how you're right. You're right. I didn't think about it, but you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
That's everything that I
The
do.
conditioning. It's a
Yeah.
conditioning.
It's
Yeah.
condition. Yeah. You can't sit still.
So,
Got to keep moving.
that's the thing. So in hip hop, a lot of the conditioning is built on things that actually like tear the body apart. It's like,
Absolutely.
it's like what the studio look like. Bring a couple bottles of liquor. Somebody bring a couple ounces of weed.
And the smokes.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We're in
Yeah.
the studio, so what are we doing? We're ordering takeout food. What's the food probably? Fried, oily, greasy. What
Yeah.
time are we eating it? Are we eating it before 6:30, 7:30, 8:30? Are we eating it at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning? How many years are we doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How much water are we drinking while we're going through that process? Is the
Right.
water that we're drinking even good then? You know what I'm saying? They'll feed us lead. Literally, ask Flint.
Facts. Facts.
They'll feed us lead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, all those
Absolutely.
things. And I'm in a constant place of like working on myself with it. Like I put myself on certain restrictions because I've seen how like my health and my body has changed in the last 2 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
like when I realize it's like, oh no, I can't do that anymore. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No.
It's like no,
No.
I can't. It's like
No.
no, literally that'll have me throwing up in my sleep. I might choke and die one night. It's like I can't eat
No.
late. You know
You
what I'm
can't.
saying?
Everything changes. Everything.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, oh no, 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 I can't eat that. Like I'm not gonna be any good. It's like, no, I can't drink that much. I'm not gonna be able to function the next day.
Facts.
But when
Facts.
you're living a certain type of lifestyle and you're conditioned to live a certain type of way, so let's say you've been, running in and out of clubs, performing, and on tour buses and making beats and ordering this type of food and around these types of women. You know what I mean? Because there's emotional wear and tear too.
It's
You
a
know what
lot.
I'm saying?
There's a
it's
lot.
a, that's what I'm saying, Shawn. Like it's a lot. Like it's
It's a
a
lot.
hard business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can see all the glitz and glamours, and like I know these niggas love to talk about how they floss, but it's a taxing ass business if anybody is paying
Taxing.
attention.
Taxing business. Yes. Yes. Because you
Because
were
like
around.
think about this, we have a genre where we have a wall of legends that have already passed that's equivalent to every other genres of music, everybody's other genre of music that have lost legends, but we've been around the least. Don't
Yes.
you find that a little problematic?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like classical conditioning. They're conditioned to do this based on what's in front of them because you rap about it, you live it, right? You live what you rap what you live. So if you're talking about, you're being a glutton to alcohol abuse or whatever, and and smoking, taking all of these things, and women, you're gonna start living that out because you're rapping what you're living, rapping what you're living, what you're rapping. and order that intake without anything, pulling it out, if you will. Because like for me, I drink a lot of water, right? So I know when I travel, I don't
Ditto.
get a chance to eat like the right things I want to, the right things, like the right balance, the vegetables, the fruits, and all of those things. So I would when I get back home, I always detox for like 2 or 3 days. Drink I got this gallon. I be going through gallons of water like crazy just to flush out what I intake throughout the week when I travel, because I don't get a chance to get to like the right supplements and things of that nature. These rappers, when they're talking about drinking alcohol or smoking weed and being with women, they're not pulling nothing out of it. You know what I mean? They're not like going
Yeah,
to purify themselves, if you will. They're not detoxing from it. It's
right.
continuous.
No,
It's a
that's what I mean.
continuous.
It's like, so how many times in a week are these guys getting 7 hours of sleep?
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
How many times do they have a day where somebody in their circle or in their crew or a female who is in their life, whether it be the mother of your children, ex-wife, current wife, girlfriend, side chick, like whatever
Yeah,
what are the chances? How many days go by without them asking you for some money?
exactly,
How many
exactly.
how many homies got homies that's trying to get put on?
Yes, the
What
burdens.
spots what spots that actually serve healthy food are open late when you're in the studio late trying to make a classic rap album?
Absolutely none.
Like Wanted Dead or Alive?
Yeah,
Like what's open? No. You getting chicken wings and fried rice.
right, right, right. And so that's all it's available. And you have to get what's available. Yeah,
So think about it like this. It's like, okay, got a gallon of Hennessy, ounce of weed,
yeah.
chicken wings and fried rice.
That's your
You do
diet.
this, you do this, you do this from the time that you're 17 till you're about our age right now, 42, 43.
Yeah,
So even if you stop right now, damage has been done.
yeah, yeah. You're
Damage
too
has been
far
done.
removed. You're too far removed, and you can't even detox enough to get it out your system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a break. Like how about this? How often do these rappers, like, and I'm not joking when I say this, how often do they just fast? It's like, like
No.
stop eating at like 9 o'clock at night and then don't have anything till like 3 o'clock the next afternoon.
Right.
And just drink water in between, and sometimes don't even drink water. Because
Right.
your body, I mean, you know this because you're a Marine. Your body actually, when you dry fast, chews off the fat
Yeah.
because your body actually naturally produces water. So even though you feel dehydrated, your body will supply you with enough water that you need for at least 3 days
Right.
to survive.
Right.
Like bare minimum. Like you cannot drink water for 3 days and still survive on the water that your body
No,
produces.
your body's
It,
still using it as
you would
fuel.
actually like lose weight because it would chew the fat off of your body
Yeah.
to help produce the water.
Indeed. 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 True
So,
indeed.
but you get what I'm saying. But this is
Mhm.
what I'm. How many people in this business know that?
And how many know but just don't want to execute it?
Oh, it's hard.
It's
Like,
hard. It's hard.
I've done like 2 dry fasts. You know what I mean? When I and I want and I'm only saying it after the fact. I fast when I fast for religious purposes.
Right.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, a couple of the fasts that I've been on, I've been like, it's like I'm not ready for that dry fast long term yet.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah. And you in Atlanta, you have options everywhere.
Uh, my job, fried catfish,
Yeah.
fried chicken, chicken
Yes.
wings. Like, yeah, like
You
yeah,
can't. Yeah, it's right there.
black black. I work for a black business. Like it's blackity black.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
it's black business as in like what black people eat.
You are what you eat.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so it's like, so it's more often than not, it's like I get the blackened catfish
Right.
or I get the chicken wrap. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined.
Give
Cool.
me
You
the
know,
give me
I'm in New Orleans every month.
give me the chef salad instead of the
Yeah.
macaroni and cheese.
And
Even
it's,
though
and
the
it's tough.
macaroni and cheese is banging.
It's tough. And you
Be
have to.
looking so good when the cheese be stretching out over the spoon and they be throwing it on the plate. I'll be like, oh, I'll be like, wow, glory, hallelujah. Be like, chef salad, please.
It's tough. It's tough. Trust me. It's tough, bro. Tough. But the message of today is hip hop talks and health. Take care of yourself. Drink water.
Yeah.
Go get checkups. Go check on yourself, check on your health, check on those who may not even have the ability to do it themselves. Those who just stubborn to go to the doctor. I was one of those stubborn guys. I'm like, yo, I'm strong as an ox. I don't need to get checked out until I went and got checked out. And he was like, yo, you need to work on this, this, and this. And I'm like, look at me, I'm good. I'm like, no, you're not.
I got
You gotta get better.
I got diagnosed pre-diabetic at 37.
Mm.
And so I started, and I'm actually like in better shape now in terms of my health.
Mm-hmm.
Like physically, the guy that was 37 physically looked better,
Right,
but this guy at 42, actually 5 years later, is healthier.
right.
And not in the danger zone of those things
Yep.
anymore, actually. You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
if you would have looked at me 5 years ago, it's like, no, I looked like young and fit. And you know what I'm saying?
Right. Feel
Take my
different.
shirt off, twist around my head, swing it like a helicopter, like P.E. Pablo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, 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 like all that. But this version of me that I'm like creating and molding right now is the best version of me health wise.
Mm. That says a lot because you're 5 years removed from that.
Yeah, but sometimes it takes stuff like that to make you realize it's like, oh no, I just look this way physically. I'm not
Exactly.
physically okay.
And
I
that's
look
what that's what
physically
my
okay.
doctor. Absolutely. And that's what I told my doctor.
Not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Looking physically okay is not enough.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's what happens in business too, because the entertainment business is still like in a lot of ways, it's like a pretty people business. Like it attracts all the pretty people.
yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? But it also makes you pretty to people.
indeed. Indeed. Indeed.
Yeah.
That's a strong statement, Coop. Indeed. But
Yeah.
yo,
It's a lot. We need to talk about the confluence of all the circumstances that are making these things happen.
yeah, we have to. We have to. Because that's something that a lot of our community don't talk. We don't discuss it enough. We don't discuss it
Right.
enough. It's almost like it's taboo because we love our fried chicken, right? We love our fried fish.
Oh,
We
come
love our
on.
we love all those things. We like to have the mac and cheese with the sweet potatoes and another starch on the plate. You know what I mean? We love all those things. We love all those things.
So look here. I just ate my protein for dinner last night because I had bread and had a starch earlier in the day. And so there was like no side with dinner. The side was like the protein was just the dinner because it's like, oh no, I've already put enough of that on my body for the day based on what my body has been telling me for the
Right.
past.
You can right. You can feel it. Yeah, yeah. Pause. You can feel it. That's how I can feel when I'm not like eating right or whatever.
Yeah, your
My
body
body
lets you know.
it alerts me like, yo, you need to relax. Like I be getting headaches. Like, yo, I'm not feeling right. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was
We got,
yo
but we don't pay attention to those things. We just think, oh, I had a rough night. I didn't get enough sleep. It's like,
bingo.
no, motherfucker, you're not okay. You
I
ate
was
chicken
blaming
wings.
it.
You ate chicken wings for 3 straight days. You're 47.
Yo, I was blaming it on jet lag. I told my doctor, I said, yo,
Jet lag.
I was on the
You.
plane the last 5 weeks in a row. I got jet lag. She said, nah, your cholesterol is off. She said, what you been eating? She said, where you been? I said, I've been in New Orleans for the last 3 weeks. There
She
you
like,
have it.
she like, no, baby.
Yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Shout out to New Orleans. The food is outstanding. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta get my stuff together.
I'll be running into Walmart and CVS just to check my blood pressure sometime to make sure I'm all right.
Absolutely. Drinking beet
Yeah.
juice. I'm doing it all. Drinking beet juice. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stay right, man. I got a 12-year-old daughter.
I came here to have a good time for a long time,
Yes. Yes.
not just to
Absolutely.
have a good time. See,
No.
rap, hip
Yeah.
hop is a good time,
Yeah.
but
For a
if people
long
are
time.
paying attention, not for a long time,
No doubt. No doubt.
and we
I
need
got
to
a
change
12-year-old
that
daughter.
part. Like, no, I came here for a good time and a long time.
Yeah, I got a 12-year-old daughter who's starting her basketball career. I need to be here. We got work to do.
I
We got work to
I,
do.
I sent my daughter's top 7 college choices. You got to fill out the information thing. I know how my daughter is, so it's like I know she's picked the schools, but it's not going to like do the information part of it because everything is
Right.
digital now. But it's
Right.
like, no, I sent off for physical copies today. It's like, no, like I'm in a place where it's like, oh no, like your emotional and your mental health is built on a lot of things. Some of it is
Mhm.
parenting too. Some of these dudes are stressed because they're doing what they're doing. They don't get to see their kids the way they like.
Absolutely.
Because of the type of women that tend to come into this sphere, people you end up having children with aren't the best type of women, especially when they're not getting the piece of the cut that they used to get when they were your woman.
Bingo. Absolutely.
We're just
Absolutely.
being real about it. We got to be real about all the things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, again, man, rest in peace to DJ Polo. Condolences to the family and all those who are affected and impacted by his loss. We definitely lost a legend. And
Hey,
if anyone can anything out this message, take care of yourself, health-wise. Take care of yourself, mental-wise as well.
so last thing in honor of DJ Polo,
Yeah.
Road to Riches, Live and
Mm.
Let Die, or Wanted Dead or Alive. Pick
Mm.
one.
Wanted Dead or Alive.
Wanted Dead or Alive. Yeah.
Corona Queen, stand up.
Yeah.
Left Rack City, stand up. You know what I mean? Queens, get the money. Queens,
I
get
might,
the money, stand up.
I
Yo.
think I'm actually with you on that. I think
Yeah,
Wanted
you
Dead
got
or
it.
Alive.
Wanted Dead or Alive. Without
Yeah.
hesitation.
Yeah,
Without
Wanted Dead
hesitation.
or Alive. Those are three great albums that people don't talk about enough. Especially like, how about this? I feel like he got progressive. I feel like they got progressively better each album. Like I know Road
Oh,
to Riches has It's a Demo and
yeah.
Truly Yours, um, and the actual song Road to Riches. And it's like I
Yeah.
know what the records are, but they're so much better as producers and as an MC on Live and Let Die and Wanted Dead or Alive.
They got
And I love
comfortable.
Road to
They got,
Riches. They're just better. They just leveled up.
yeah, absolutely.
Some
You
of
can
it,
tell.
some of it is because of the guy whose album we're about to review, because he made people start rapping different, including
He
Cool G
forced,
Rap.
yeah, he
But
forced the
when I
hand.
listen to Live and Let Die, it's like, oh no, it's like, man, it's like that guy's great. When I listen to One of Dead or Alive, I'm like, that guy's the man.
Oh, yeah. Lyrically, you're not flawed at all. Unflawed lyrically. Cadence, everything. From transitioning, everything. He had it mapped out by that time. Yeah.
The list is crisp.
Yeah. And it was part of the aura. It was part of the legend.
It is. It
It's part of
is.
the
The
legend.
list is part of it.
It's part of the legend. You don't get that without that. You know what I mean?
Right. Because
Keep that
it literally feels like when he's rapping, it feels like you're being sliced with a blade, but it sounds like you're being sliced with a blade too because of the list.
Yes.
And
Very
he's
similar.
talking about
Yeah.
slicing you with a blade.
Yes. Very similar to Pun. When Pun used to do that draw when he would go into his next bar. Something that he had to do because of breathing became part of the legend of his lyrics, his flow and his cadence.
I think Pun is like a Cool G Rap descendant in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah. We have a lot of those. We have a lot of
Yeah,
those.
a lot of those.
Greatest rapper of all time is a descendant of
I'm
Cool
about
G
to say
Rap.
Nas is one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
like like we'll talk about it in a minute. But since we're talking about Polo, which also obviously involves G Rap, like part of Rakim and Cool G Rap's legacy is this point. At this point, is the fact that they are the inspiration for the rapper that is Nas and Jay in a lot of ways. Like like
Absolutely.
like they, like they are really responsible for like Nas and Jay and Big, like particularly
Yeah.
particularly like Cool G Rap and Rakim, in my opinion. Like those
Hmm.
two guys particularly, but also KRS and Slick,
Hmm.
L. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Prodigy.
Kane,
Prodigy. Raekwon. I'll put Raekwon in that too. That mafioso type of.
Rays.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like Rakim is doing mafioso talk on Know the Ledge.
Yeah.
92.
Yeah. From a different perspective. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're looking at like the lineage of it, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're not only great, but they like spawn the people that like are greater than them.
Yeah.
And you
Indeed.
can hear it. Like if you actually know your culture and your history, it's like you can hear it.
You can hear it.
Hear that where they've actually like,
Yeah.
spawned these MCs.
Right. The diction, the way they are putting their lines together, the actual breakdown, going from bar to bar, line to line. It's all of that. You can see the DNA. It's interwoven into their styles.
It is.
Yeah. So where you want to go to next? We got Will Smith. Speaking of which,
Talk about Will.
we got Will coming out. Back. He coming back, spinning the block again. I'm be honest. I'll be capping the front and say I'm excited. Because I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's kind of is what it is.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at you.
Yeah, it's kind of is
What
what
you
it is.
do? No, you are who you are. You do what you do.
Yeah. Um, I don't know if you had anything you want to share about it. I really have
You
much.
don't have anything to say, do you?
I really don't. I mean, the only thing I can say is it's dope to hear Will rap, and the joint that he is on right now is called Work of Art. It's with his son and Russ.
Here.
Um, I like the concept was dope. The concept was dope. Will sounds like Will. He doesn't sound different. He doesn't sound like he's lost it, if you will. The voice is still
I want to
there.
make sure that was you. That's
The-
you. That
I'm
is
just,
you. Okay. Just want to make sure.
I'm just saying, I don't have any expectations for it. I'll be honest with you. I'm keeping the buck.
Ridiculous.
I'm a Will
It's
fan.
ridiculous.
What do you want me to say?
Not really.
You want me to say
You're not really. You're not really.
you want me to
You're
be
not.
excited?
You're not really. You're not really a fan. You're not a fan.
I am. I
You're
am.
not.
I'm a Will
You're
fan.
not. You're not talking like a fan.
What do you want me
You
to
don't
say?
sound like a fan.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are you a fan?
I am.
Are you excited
Always.
to hear an album from Will?
I'm interested. I'm not excited, but I am
Exactly.
interested.
I'm not really interested. I'm not even excited. I'm like, okay, if it happens, yeah, I check. I put it like this, if you and
Will
AG
Smith.
say, "Oh, we need to do a review. Can you can you listen to the album?" Yeah, I'll do that. But if y'all say that we're not gonna do a review, I'm not gonna probably listen to it. I'm being completely honest. I'm sorry.
It's Will Smith. Hold on. It's Will Smith, first of all. And this is what I keep trying to stress. He's very important to black culture, hip hop culture, and to culture.
Very important.
So we're doing ourselves a disservice if we don't like give him his fair run.
I agree.
Earn his fair run.
I agree
But
wholeheartedly.
if I'm making to this day, and it's been years now that I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this since I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm making a top 5 underrated rapper list, he's in my top 5 underrated rappers of all time. He doesn't get rated properly as a rapper because of who he has become outside of rap. And rap heads have not been fair to Will. Will has a lot of things that make up a great MC. First of all, he has a great voice. He has great cadence,
Mm-hmm.
delivery,
Mm-hmm.
storytelling ability.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say he's repping somewhere funny. He's repping Philly. It's funky in Philly, not funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Philly. Mm-hmm.
He's the first rapper to win a Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
He sold millions of records.
He has.
He is the author of 2 of the 100 best rap songs of all time, because Summertime and Parents Don't Just Understand are top 100 rap songs. Summertime is way, way high.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The only Summertime jam that I put with Summertime that actually came out in the summertime is probably California Love.
Okay.
And in a vacuum, Summertime would be the joint that always plays at the barbecue over California Love. So it might even be better than California Love.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about that.
It's a transcendent song. Yes, absolutely.
He's got everything. If you want to talk about who got money up in this bitch,
Yeah.
right?
He has it. Blockbusters, all of that. Yeah.
You want to talk about clout, you want to talk about power, even for a time before things got, what is it called? Entangled?
Yeah.
The woman.
Right.
No, he had the woman of your dreams. He had the woman of all of our dreams, like in a lot of ways, for a lot of us as black men. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's like he really don't get his props. One of the best sitcoms of all time.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the best black sitcoms of all time. One of the best sitcoms of all time, with
Absolutely.
positive black themes, archetypes, motifs for black people.
Absolutely.
He's done all these things, and you
All
know
of
why
them.
all of that started? You know what started all of that? Because once upon a time, he was a dope-ass rapper.
Absolutely.
And so I get tired of people trying to make it seem like he wasn't a dope-ass rapper. All of this happened for him actually because he was a dope-ass rapper. So don't ever forget that he was a dope-ass rapper. And when it comes to dope-ass rappers, I'm always going to be interested.
Indeed.
Because you pique my interest once. It's about if you're just going to meet my expectations.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All those things
So
are great.
I'm actually looking forward to it. He's literally still one of the 5 most underrated MCs of all time. I don't care what people say because very few people's
Yeah.
career have been spawned from this rap business. Think about it. He's rap's biggest crossover in terms of success, but it started from rap. He'll be the
Hmm.
first to tell you it started from rap.
Hmm.
Fundamentally, he has always been a sound in pocket rhythmic rapper who has the
Yeah.
ability to tell a story.
With great charisma. He always had great charisma as a rapper.
He did.
He appealed
So
to a lot of people. Yeah.
he has a lot of the tools. If he's not Will Smith, who does Independence Day and Fresh Prince, you don't look at him the same way as a rapper. You look at him the way. How about this? What's the difference between him and a Childish Gambino or a Vince Staples?
What's the biggest difference between them?
I mean, because they're off the Will Smith tree,
Yeah.
like Corday, like
But
all of those guys. That's Will Smith.
absolutely. But he's done it at a much higher clip, of course.
Oh, I mean,
So
he's
he's
so
so great at what he done on the other side of rap that, to your point, it doesn't put him in those conversations of being in that number or that bracket of rappers. It doesn't put him in that top 25, the top 50, because
like,
he's done so great at the other things.
like how about this? We canonize Jamie Foxx so much for
Hmm.
his multitude of abilities, from acting to singing to performing. What's
Yeah.
the difference between Jamie Foxx and Will Smith? How about this? Who's the lead in Ali? Will Smith or Jamie Foxx?
Will.
Who played Ali? Name
Yeah.
name a dope ass rapper that's good enough as an actor to play Muhammad Ali. I'll wait.
That's what I'm saying. His
Name him.
talent, his
Name him.
talent on that
'Cause
side
he's
of the
the only
map.
guy walking around that's good enough to make a rap album
I don't disagree. I don't
and
disagree.
play Muhammad Ali at the same damn time.
You proving my point though. He's more revered on that side than he is on the hip hop side. And I'm not saying that to throw those shots at him at all. I think Will is one of the most talented, not just rapper. I'm talking about talented people. Period.
Yeah,
Talented.
but he's a child of hip hop first. And
He's
so
a
like we have to
definitely,
embrace that and lift that high. I think that's what the hip hop community has forgotten.
definitely, definitely. Definitely. But I'm not. That doesn't change my my thoughts on being anticipating a Will
Right.
album.
Even with all that said, you're still not anticipating
I'm
it.
still not.
Even though he's
Now,
iconic on like so many levels, it's ridiculous.
I will give
I
respect.
told you. I told you. I told you. I told everybody this. It doesn't even matter if you're Chris Rock. You're the guy that Will Smith slapped. That's who you
Yes,
really are.
you're the God that your face met his hand. Yes.
Right. Like
Yes.
comedian Chris Rock gets slapped by Will Smith.
Right.
I've been like
Right. Right.
byline, headline.
Right.
Think about how
Right.
big Chris Rock is.
Exactly. And then he goes back and make an outstanding movie, successful movie in Bad Boys, and now he's gearing up for I Am Legend. I'm more excited about I Am Legend Part 2 than I am about a Will Smith album. I'm sorry, that's just where I'm at right now with it. Would
That's
I give
because
respect to it and listen to it? Absolutely. But I'm not like over the top for it.
that's because the way that this entertainment structure is set up is that the movie in America is the
Mhm.
grandiose event in entertainment. You understand that?
Of course. Of course.
It's the grandiose event. It's where
Yeah.
literally you take people from all over, you make sets, you do scenes, you play parts to put together something that people will look at and watch. It is the grandiose of the grandiose. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And so he's done that at such a high level
Hmm.
that it's hard to forget that it's like, yeah, this nigga can rap.
Let me put it like this.
Like he
I
can
don't,
rap.
as much as I respect Will and as much as I enjoy Will's career as a fan, I cannot tell you that I can put together a compilation of songs from Will over the years and say this is something I'm going to vibe out to for a day or two. Honestly, I mean, as I'm talking about putting together a collection of songs, and I'm not saying he doesn't have it. I'm talking about my personal greatest hits.
No, I
If you were to say, Sean, you're flying somewhere, what would your playlist look like? Can you pull something from who? I would typically go to the usual suspects. Go to Nas, go to Ray, go to Ghost, go to Wu, stuff like that, right? I can make a playlist for that. But you said, Sean, can you put together a compilation or playlist on your travels with Will? I would probably say, yeah, Coop, and I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't lie to you. I'd be like, all right, yeah, I'll do it, and I won't do it because it'll be tough. I don't want to listen to it personally. Parents just don't understand. Yeah, it was cool back in when I was 6 years old, 7 years old. But today, parents don't understand. I can't get jiggy with this. No pun intended.
What about Miami in the summertime?
I never liked Miami. I never
I was
liked
never,
it.
I was never big on Miami either.
Never
I'm
liked
not
it.
saying I'm not saying I'm big on the stuff, but a lot of the things that matter about hip hop for MC, I just people don't. I want him to be remembered properly, and people need to remember that he checked a lot of these boxes that
Absolutely.
he checks:
Absolutely.
voice, cadence,
Absolutely.
delivery, hit making ability,
Yes.
flow,
Yes.
memorable songs,
Yes.
iconic moments.
Yes. All
Yeah,
of
he
that.
checks a lot of rapper boxes. Is all I'm saying.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, like
Absolutely.
like how about this? It's like he's the reason Drake exists too.
Yes. He's a part of all of these things. Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I'm still not gonna listen to it.
No, it's friendly ass rap, but it's still rap.
Sometimes I don't want to. If I want to go friendly rap, I go to Drake.
I don't find Drake's raps to be really friendly. He's rather petty. That's why I hear all the petty shots so well. It's like, man, it's like he's petty.
Yo, I see Mad Max in the building. Shout out to Mad Max. Mad Max
Nobody
said,
has mad anything.
Mad Max said, with the $10 chat said, we'll get hate because people think he cheesy, but he better than guys like Gambino, Vince, and Bum Ass Dot. None of them having summertime or intro to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yo, Mad Max
You
is
missed
wild.
you missed Deuce Falco. Deuce Falco had a $10 super chat.
Yeah, I sent him a message. Yo, Deuce, we appreciate you, bro. He said, appreciate helping you on get past the work. No, man, we appreciate you, bro, for tuning in on this beautiful Sunday. Yo, Mad Max is wild, man. Yo,
Mad Max is wild.
L over. I mean, I said L. Will over Dot is crazy, Mad Max. I can't agree with that, man. But cool. So with that said, cool. Where would you put? Would you put Will in the top 50 or on the other side of 50 in your top 100? Or I'll make it easy. Let's go top 50. Would you put him in the top 50 or that 25-ish ranking? What would you put him?
I don't think he can fit in my top 50, if I'm being honest.
Right.
But I think somewhere between 50 to 75 is legitimate.
50 to 75? Yeah.
50 to 75, I can see him in there.
For what he's done for hip hop, and all kidding aside, for what he's done for hip hop, absolutely. Because if you think about it, Will came in that time when you had the Kid and Play movement as well. There was a lot of he was part of that feel good moment of hip hop, of jokes, jovial things, dancing, all of that stuff was around him as well. You know what I mean?
Before all these kids who were raised in the crack era started making crack music.
Right. He was
Crack
part
baby
of
shake rap.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But you still want me to go listen to you want me to be anticipating this album. I'm sorry, Cool. I can't do it. And shout out to the Will Smith fans and who's actually waiting for it.
So we should be so maybe anticipating in the rap sphere is not fair to either side, to him on the rap side, because it's not like he delves in this sphere too heavy too often anyway.
No doubt.
And it's not like he's a top 50 rapper.
Right.
I don't think he's either one of those things. But we need to be in the process of practicing good habits, like a good Marine should, Shawn.
What is a good
Let me finish. Which means when people like Will Smith pop out from our community, and hip hop is the base that got all of this started for him, we need to show out and show up and show out for him. You want to know why? Because this is how everybody else in every other culture does.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so fundamentally, am I asking you to be excited?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think that's fair to a rap fan to be like, ooh, I'm excited about a Will Smith project. It's no.
Mm-hmm.
But do we need to understand the nature of the threat and understand it's oh no, we need to support this nigga?
Absolutely. And I will support him.
You feel what I'm saying?
I will support him for that
day. To quote my guy Bandana P, because there's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever. Yeah. And
Yeah,
so like Will Smith winning is a win for us.
it is. And we would not do what Stephen A. Smith punk ass did. We'll represent
What did
somebody.
he do? What did he
Remember,
do now?
he was the one that went on. He was like, Will Smith needs to apologize to the black community. He said about 3 weeks
Oh
ago.
yeah, I heard that. Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
if we,
yeah.
you
Why
know,
you bringing that back up? Yeah, just for content, Stephen A.
hey,
Come on.
real talk. Like, it's like I like the guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't have anything like personal against him. Like, I don't know him, but it's
Mhm.
like somebody need to check his ass. Like, he been getting a little like
He's been getting a little crazy lately. Yeah,
getting out
he's
of
been
hand.
like that. He's been
Getting out
like
of
that.
getting out of hand. Like,
Yo,
I know it when I see it because I got an ego. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's like, you're doing a little too far. Doing a
right.
little
Go a
too.
little too far.
Yeah, you need to
Yeah.
do something. You need to talk to somebody.
You got to tighten up.
Or
Yo,
you need to shut the
Brandon
fuck up.
Rogers,
Talk to somebody or shut the fuck up. Either way. Like, you know what
right?
I'm saying? Talk to somebody so you can shut the fuck up.
Yes, because
They
but you know what? Will people reached out to him and he pulled everything back after that. One of
I
Will's
bet they
guys.
will, because Will people will smack the shit out of you. Will is from Philly.
Yes,
That's how
and
Chris Rock got the shit slapped out of him. It's like
right,
forget it's like, oh no, it's still a nigga from Philly.
right. Play with Will if you want. Play with Will if you want. Brandon Rogers.
Traumatized. He's traumatized. Have you heard the stuff that his wife has said? He's
Yeah,
traumatized. That's the
no
motherfucker that you want to make
doubt.
jokes about. I wouldn't
Right.
advise that. You know what
Oh,
that is? It's not paying attention to mental health in the black
right.
community.
You're not paying it. Yeah, pay attention to the algorithms. So, yo, Brandon Rogers, 10 out of super chat. He said Ice Cube is coming out with a new album also. Wow. I didn't see that one, Brandon. Appreciate you, man. I didn't see that one.
I love that.
Yeah. Mad Max again, 10 out of super chat. Appreciate you, Mad Max. Summertime is literally a barbecue anthem on the level of the Christmas jingles from Mariah Carey and Halloween. When they play the Thriller, at least for black folks who at the barbecue like crazy, but they don't have no records. Mad Max is crazy, man. Yo,
Mad
but
Max.
I don't disagree with that
Mad
because
Max. Mad Max, where you been, man? Where you been, Mad Max?
Mad Max is wild.
Have you been consorting with thine enemies in their cathedral? Is that what you've been
Yo,
doing?
Mad Max is
All right.
wild.
No,
Yo,
you
Jack,
ever
we about to get to that, Jack. We about to get to the Rakim album review here in a second. So hold tight. We're about to get there.
you you
But
need to
shout
do
out
like
to
Wu-Tang. You need to do like Wu-Tang, Mad Max. You need to protect your neck, nigga.
yo, Mad Max is tripping. Yo, but shout out to Will. Cooper's waiting for the album.
Okay, Cooper for the album. This so
We're gonna support regardless. We may not do a station head, but we'll do something to support and show love.
all I'm saying is that we just need to be like, Will's dropping a rap album. It's like, yay, support,
Yeah,
promote.
absolutely, absolutely. I'll definitely do that. I'm with that.
It's one. Hold on, it's a top five rap. It's a top five theme song of all time too. As far as sitcom opening theme song, how many are better than the Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
I can give you that. Yeah, I can give you that.
Yeah, top five, right?
Yeah, yeah. I can give you that. I can't think of none right now, off the top of my head. That would be on that side. Yeah, I can. I can
Golden
agree.
Girls. Golden
Yeah,
Girls got a banging theme song.
it's trash.
Brilliant.
Trash. Cool.
Those are
I was,
bars.
yo, I
Those are
was
bars.
thinking back then. I
Those
was
are bars.
no, not for me. Not during that time. Young Sean was in the Miami Vice because I was trying to figure out how they was getting those
Miami
mega
Vice.
tons over here. I'm like,
Here,
yo.
a saxophone player high on cocaine that can't hit the note.
I was in the Miami Vice. I wanted to wear suits to school. My mom was like, "You crazy? What you want to wear a suit to school for?"
What's
I
wrong
wanted
with
to
you?
wear I wanted to be like Crockett and Tubbs, man. I wanted to be like Tubbs.
Something's
I
wrong.
wanted to wear suits to school.
Something's wrong with you.
No, I was like,
Something's wrong with
cool.
you.
Cool. I was 8 years old, wanting to wear a full suit to school. My mom was like, "You crazy?" Like, what's wrong?
Well, in fairness to you, when I was 8 years old, and my mom and my aunt, God rest my aunt's soul, was trying to like plan my birthday party, it's like I chose a Prince concert over hanging out with my friends. So it's like I wasn't a normal 8-year-old either.
That's different. Yeah,
I was like, no. I was like, take me to see Prince.
right. That's different.
They were
That's
like, you
different.
don't want a birthday party hang out with your friends? I was kind of like, man,
Yeah.
even when I was a kid, man, fuck these kids. Take me to see Prince.
Like even as a kid, you was on
Even
that.
as a kid, yeah, even as a kid, it was fuck these kids.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And so I went with my mom and my aunt to the Omni to see Prince on the Love Sexy tour.
Oh
which
wow.
was my first concert. Yeah, that was my birthday present because it was like October 12th. My birthday is October 2nd.
And
So
that was like prime Prince too.
yeah, Prime. He
That
still
was
performing Little Red Corvette and Do Me Baby and Erotic City and like all that stuff. Yeah.
yes. You talking about prime Prince?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Prime.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
major.
my first concert. But that's what 7 going on 8-year-old Armad asked. You know what I'm saying? So you're not the only one that's a little different. It's like, man, it's like party. It's like, man, fuck these niggas.
Yo, I was right.
Like,
I
did
was
you know Prince is coming to town? V103 and Mike Roberts said Prince coming to town.
right.
Can we go see Prince, please?
That is crazy. That is
It is
crazy.
crazy. My mom and my aunt thought I was crazy. Actually, they're like, what the fuck?
Nah,
Like, what do we do with this one? It's like he wants to go see. I remember them talking in the front seat like he wants to go see Prince. It's like, can we take him to see Prince? And it's like, you know what type of show Prince be giving. It's like, and I'm out here seeing Prince. They're like in the front talking about it because I'm in the back asking to go see Prince. I'm like, yeah, but
right.
they took me to see Prince.
Yo, that is wild. That is wild.
Yeah.
Yo, but again, man, shout out to Will Smith. Looking forward to the music. And I'm sure we're going to do a review on it when it comes out. Everybody's coming out. Everyone's coming out, man. Everyone's coming out.
All the
That's
OGs outside. All the OGs outside.
OGs are outside, man. All the Nas still, yo, try. Y'all should try this.
Ice Cube coming. LL already on the way.
L on the way. We got more.
Dropped an album that we have to get to.
Yeah. What you want? You want to go Raw? You want to go DJ Mustard? Which one you go for next?
Raw.
I was hoping you would say Mustard, but yeah, let's go Raw.
We gonna start east and then go west.
Let's do it. Let's go Raw. Let's just have a conversation, man. Let's have an adult conversation, if you will. Let's have an adult conversation.
Yes, I know that it's early. It's only 1:00, but this might be the time to put the kiddies to bed.
It might be that time.
It's about to get ugly in here, probably.
If you're sensitive, you may want to pull back as well.
Yeah,
if you're sensitive.
If you're hanging out right now with your punk ass kids, and your kid can't handle.
It's on Sunday, cool. Let's come on.
You just left church. The first thing he's probably thinking is like, man, I gotta go feed these punk ass kids.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's true indeed. True indeed. Yo, I'll start with this. 7 songs with 23, 24 features. That's not good math. I love Raw. I don't think this album. Let me start with love first. Like Joe Budden will always say, let me begin with love.
You got love for this?
I'm gonna have to show love, just so it doesn't come off the wrong way. Pause. I think that the album itself is not trash. It's not bad. It's not any of that. You said it when you were on the phone earlier today, and I'll let you speak on that here in a second. It's just a solid rap album. And I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted if we needed just a solid rap album from Raw, given who he is. This doesn't change where he's at in the pantheon of hip hop by no means at all. But 7 songs, 23 features, and this is your first album in what 15 plus years, something like that. And this is what you give us. I think that the production was okay. It gives me more of a late 90s, early 2000s Killer Priest, Sons of Manish type of vibration. I get it just based on the messaging of the album. It's not a concept album, it's just a rapidy rap album. I'm trying to be very diplomatic right now, bro, because I know this is one of your favorite episodes of all time as well. But I think I wanted more from this, man. I wanted Rod to tell us what he was doing for the past 15 plus years. I wanted more concept. I wanted him to talk about who he is as a rapper, as an artist, as one of the legends, as one of those that we've crowned as one of the pinnacles and one of the foundations of hip hop. And an album like this, I want to hear more from him, as opposed to hearing from Chino XL, from Cannabis, who sounds horrible, from others. Cannabis sound horrible, bro. And others on there who were just feel like they came to rap, I don't know if it fit because of the features, man. It's like a compilation centered around Ra. So I'm gonna stop right there, man, because I see you putting your hat back. I want to stop right there for right now, so we can have an adult conversation. I want to go back and forth. I want to have an adult conversation because I'm trying to process my emotions right now. You got to look, man. Don't do it, Coop. Let's be diplomatic for right now.
This album isn't bad.
No.
I'm going to be mindful and I'm going to be as respectful as I can because of who he is and how important he is. And he should, like in the previous segment where I'm talking about holding Will Smith high because he started here, it's like, well, a certain caliber of MC and rapping exists literally because of this guy, Rakim. And
Mm-hmm.
so I want to be mindful about all of the things that I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be lying if I told you that after hearing this album a couple times, I thought to myself for the first time legitimately, I may have to slide him out of my top 5, Shawn.
Whoa. Let's not jump yet. No. No.
No, I had to legitimately ask myself that because this goes back to everything that I was saying when I'm saying Nas changed everything with these 6 albums.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
The rules apply to Rakim too. Like you might have spawned the seed that created this whole thing, but like you got to be judged by those standards too. And
Cool.
think about this. No. Think about what I'm about to say.
Mm.
If Nas is the GOAT, I could give you a viable argument that
Cool.
with his last 6 projects,
Mm-hmm.
he's outdone the quality work that Rakim did in his whole career with these 6 Hit Boy projects. Not saying the impact, not saying quality of songs, but you get what I'm saying in terms of making quality rap albums. Because as far as quality rap albums, Rakim has 5. Nas just made 6 in under 3 years. Am I wrong?
You're not.
I'm not confusing any of these albums with Paid in Full,
Mm-hmm.
Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, or Follow the Leader. I'm not saying that the albums are better. Well, KD3 is better than
Mm-hmm.
KD3 and Magic might be. Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em's pretty tough. How about this? Like, if Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, in my opinion, is Rakim's second best album from beginning to end after Paid in Full,
Mm-hmm.
KD3 and Magic give Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em a run for their money a little bit. Well, that guy still got Stillmatic
Mm-hmm.
and Lost Tapes and Illmatic, and It Was Written. It's like, oh no, that does compete with all of Rakim stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also got this Magic series. He's also got Life is Good. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so to not release an album in 15 years. So right now, this is what we have. We have Paid in Full, Follow the Leader, Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, Don't Sweat the Technique, The
Mm-hmm.
18th Letter, um, The Master, Seventh Seal, and this one. This is 8 projects.
Mm-hmm.
How many of the projects are great?
Man.
If it's
That
8
back,
projects, how many of them are great? We have to be honest.
that back half is shaky. That midpoint, the back half is shaky.
But how many great albums does he have, in your opinion?
I
Great.
was great 3.
So as far as great albums, he's 3 for 8.
Yeah.
I tell you, he has 2 good albums after that, which would be Don't Sweat the Technique and The 18th Letter.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Mm-hmm.
would also mean, if we're being fair, that the last time he made a good rap album, it was 1997, Shawn.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2024.
I get it.
That was 27 years ago.
And that's okay.
No, it is okay because he made Paid in Full and Follow the Leader and Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. And so
Right.
very few rappers are 3 for 3 the way those albums are 3 for 3 to start off a career. But he's not alone anymore.
No.
Like people forget he got named greatest MC of all time. Like he was the man, but Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em is when he became the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like about that 1990-91 time. That's
Yeah.
fair?
Because that's when everything started bridging. He was bridging a lot during that time.
Correct.
Yeah.
So he became the GOAT around Let the Rhythm Hit Him time.
Yeah.
That's the last time he made a classic rap album, Shawn.
Yeah.
Is it classic? Let the Rhythm Hit Him, in my opinion, is one of the top 3 mic performances ever recorded on wax.
Mm-hmm.
It Was Written by Nas would be the other one. Life After Death by Big would be the other one.
Right.
So as far as mic performance, as far as his peak, it gets no better. You got to go to a prime Nas and a prime Big to find a rival lyrically, from beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
As in from verse to hook to song to quality of record to quality of album. You got to go to prime Nas and Big to even get to this guy's level.
Mm-hmm.
But if we got to be honest, it's been a long time since he's been at that level.
Wow.
And this album isn't it, man. It's just another rap album, Shawn. It's just another rap album
Yeah.
from the guy who might be the best technician to ever operate on the microphone. A couple of the hooks were banging. The verses were solid. But there was not one thing about this project that says this is one of the 2, 3, 4, 5 greatest MCs who ever lived. There's nothing about this project that said that. There wasn't even a flash. The 18th letter has flashes. It's like the guy that's on It's Been a Long Time, the
Right.
guy that's on the 18th letter intro, the guy that's on The Saga Begins. It's like, oh no, you're hearing the guy that other people tell you is the greatest MC of all time from
No
their
doubt.
era. Like you
Oh,
hear that guy on the 18th letter.
right.
Outside of the ELE verse on the intro to the ELE 2 album on Busta Rhymes album,
Mm-hmm.
you really don't have a verse even in the last 10, 15 years that says he's that guy. And this
Yeah.
project doesn't do anything to dispel that. You have one verse in the last 15 years that
Right.
shows, like, first of the year, in my opinion. But, is your GOAT rapper or your top 5 rapper supposed to come out with one verse of the year caliber verse in 15-year span?
Right.
Like, juxtapose that to Nas on Magic, where it's like damn near all the verses feel like verse of the year contenders, depending on what your favorite record is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Speechless, Meet Joe Black, Hollywood Gangster, The Truth.
Yeah.
Like lyrically, the mic performance, where it's like, oh no, that sound like the guy that made Illmatic and It Was Written. And lyrically is literally like about quarter, half a step, 3/4 a step off, not a full step. Like the truth is It Was Written Nas. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? In terms of his ability to like toggle through topics and
Yeah.
take some, you know what I'm saying? And then still put it with a hook that's
Right.
viable.
Right. But
Same
we,
thing with Hollywood Gangster. Same thing with Speechless. It's like, oh no, he may not be the Illmatic It Was Written guy anymore, just because it's like, there's different ways to score 30 points a game. You know what I'm saying?
indeed.
And this isn't even like this is since we were talking about him. This is Akeem on like what Toronto?
Yo.
This is
Or
Akeem on Toronto.
Shaq in Boston.
Yeah, Akeem in Toronto, Shaq in Boston. Patrick Ewing in a Supersonics uniform.
It's nasty.
Yeah. No, you want to be what this album needed to be was Jordan on the Wizards. It's like, oh no, that's not the guy that I can see the guy that averaged almost 38 points a game for an NBA season.
I see
Even though
flashing.
even though he only averages 20 to 22 now, I see the guy that averaged 38 points a game.
Correct. He's found a different way of scoring.
Yeah, we needed to see that Rakim. We didn't get that Rakim at any point during this album. The
So
hook on the record with G Rap and Cannabis and a lot of Dark Man, that was the best point of the album lyrically for Rakim.
I wrote that down as my note. That is one of the best songs on the album. Period. To me,
It
it was.
might be the best song on the album.
Yes.
That and the illest with Corrupt and Master Killer.
I like Method Man verse on the 7 joint. Like
Yeah, but
Method
it's
Man,
just Meth's verse. It's just Meth's verse, Shawn. It's not enough. And Rakim don't even rap. He's
He
not
doesn't
even
know rap.
rapping on half these songs, Shawn.
He's not. That's what I'm saying. 7 songs, 23
It's the
features.
bar work. It's a Rakim album. I came for bar work.
Right. I can hear. I want to know what you were doing, man. I want to hear stories. I want to
I
hear.
came from bar work. I came from bar
Yeah.
work. You gave me ba.
Yeah. Cool. You said a lot, man. It got me thinking. So hear me out. What if? Okay. You mentioned Nas. You mentioned the GOAT. You mentioned Magic 1, KD 3. Nas had someone in the
How about
studio.
this? How about this? Is this better than 444?
I don't like 444.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you if it was better.
Not really.
Is
Not
it better
really.
than Morale and the Big Steppers?
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
that album sucks in the
Not
sports fan
really.
base of all time. I'm glad that you're still saying. I'm glad that you're still saying Mr. Morale sucks because there are no good songs on there.
It's no, not I can vibe to. No.
But this app, but I'm with you, Shawn, and that's why I was asking you that. Is it as crappy as Mr. Morale? No, it's not that poor. So it's not like a 2.5 out of 5,
Yeah.
but it's not better than 444, which is like a 3 out of 5. So it's like a 2.75 if that's the case.
So, but that goes back. So let me.
It's not good. It's not bad, but it's not
not.
good.
It's not.
What's the
But
memorable song? What's the memorable moment? The most memorable moment for me is hearing Cool G Rap's verse and hearing Rakim come in with the hook right after a Cool G Rap verse. But that's
right.
mostly because I'm ahead and
It's the
it's Cool
nostalgia.
G Rap and Rakim.
Right.
Is
It's
the
the
song
nostalgia.
even? These ain't
Yeah.
even as good as the Cool G Rap Kane songs that Cool G Rap and Kane have done lately.
Right.
They got 2 records that's better than this whole project.
Maybe we need to hear Raw.
Gone MC. It's 3 verses. You gave me 3 verses and 3 hooks essentially.
There has to be a method behind the madness for this. I think he needs to have to talk about it. I think he needs to talk about this, the conception of this album, because I think there's a method behind it. There got to be. There has to be a method behind this.
I mean,
I get where you're coming from, but here's what I'm saying. Nas was able to push out a Magic and a KD series when he had someone like, he had people around him at that time, right? You got one of the hottest producers in the game in the studio with you, and you guys are curating a project. Think about this, Coop. Hear me out. It's hard to compare Nas and Ra at this point because it's not even a comparison anymore. It's not a comparison. Only comparison you can say is that in the inception of their careers, there was some DNA, right? But now you can't even compare it. But let's look at it like this. When Jay was at his best, he was around some other talented people. You had Beans in that room. You had Freeway in that room. You even had the Dipset in that room at one point. You had, as bad as Bleak is, you had people around there feeding your creativity. You weren't isolated. Right? Nas had Hit Boy. Nas was no longer isolated. He had someone saying, hey, why don't you try this concept? I think we want to hear this from you in this manner. He had someone feeding him, different things. I don't think Raw had a lot of Dark Man feeding him. Shout out a lot of Dark Man. Well, I love a lot of Dark Man, but I don't think he had that connection to help that. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I get it.
Shawn,
but I know.
Real talk. What is a Rakim album without Rakim's bars?
I agree.
The end. End of story. Like, I don't care how people try to kick this or pitch this.
I agree. I don't disagree.
It's a Rakim album without Rakim spitting bars consistently and without Rakim level bars. And here's the thing about it. All the other projects, even if they're not great, they have moments of Rakim with Rakim level bars. Like the Seventh Seal has Holy Are You. The Master has When I Be on the Mic. Like there are a couple other joints on both of those albums. You and I on the Seventh Seal. Like no, he has stuff where it's like it's Rakim. It's like so. It's like I don't know how he was kicking this, but to put this out as a Rakim album when it's really a compilation album.
Yeah.
For
It should
you,
have
obviously,
been.
to have like he's he's had these issues before. He did take a 5-year break. When I bring up Kendrick's 5 years break, I often reference this 5-year break. I say the difference between the 5-year breaks is the fact that when this guy took his 5-year break, he was literally the GOAT. He
Yeah.
was the GOAT when he left. Like when he stepped away from the microphone, he was the greatest rapper we had ever heard on the microphone.
Yeah.
When he stepped away.
It was shaky, but he was there.
And nobody else is ever about to say that again in this circle. Nobody's ever about to say I stepped away for 5 years and I was the greatest of all time when I stepped away for 5 years. Nobody's ever about to say that. So he was ahead. But rap is a here and now sport. Part of how he ended up being the GOAT is because the first 3 albums showed it's like this guy every time he comes out is superior and far ahead of his competition.
Right. But cool. That's probably why he should have named it different. It should have been Rakim Presents. Whatever.
It shouldn't have been Rakim Presents. It should have been like whatever, like conglomerate or group or label, whatever this is under, whatever he's pushing on the business side. It should have been presented that way because you say Rakim's coming out with an album and you give me 3 verses, 3 hooks, and you give me like I love all these guys. It's like I love Master, like I love all of this. How about this? You know what it sounded like? It sounded like a Sway and Tech CD.
99.
Like you got Chino Cell, you got Lotta Dark Man, you got Cool G Rap, you got Cannabis. You got like I get it. You came to get all the spitters, so you're trying to make a point about how like the rap and shit. Crooked Eyes versus great,
outstanding,
stellar.
Outstanding. Crooked Eyes.
You went and got Master Killer, Corrupt. Like you went and got all the hitters.
Yeah.
You went and got Meth. You went and got the hitters. You went and got the lyrical hitters. So it's like I see what you're trying to do.
Right.
2024, fam. You can't do it. You can't run it like this.
Right.
And I wish he had people around him helping him. This is why Hit Boy is so important in this Nas thing. And when people are like, Coop, you crazy saying Hit Boy is top 10. It's like he gave the greatest MC of all time the ability to solidify his case for greatest MC of all time by making him current again. That is part of the solidification of it.
But Coop, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to put that in the same vein as this.
This shit don't sound like 2024.
But maybe that was the intent. Maybe that's not the intent. I think it's more compilation than anything. I really feel this is a compilation.
It's 2024.
I get it.
This ain't how you do this.
But you're talking about someone
somebody need to tell him.
Who?
That's the problem.
Who's going to tell?
This is what I mean. So when I'm saying I should be an A&R, because it's like what I really see happening in this business, the closer and the more connected I become to it, is that like, oh, you don't know how to tell this nigga that this isn't it. You don't have it in you to tell him that. I don't have those type of problems.
Right. But who's going to tell Rod that? Honestly.
Me.
He's saying my album is going to be called God's Network.
Me.
Let's look at that. Let's look at it in a literal sense. He said, my vision is this is God's network, meaning these are the guys who I rock with. I'm the God MC. These are the guys I rock with. This is my network. This is the name of the album. So maybe from a compilation perspective, again, you're right. Maybe some tweaks here and there by saying, hey, this is a compilation album. God's network, meaning the Rakim, the God is networking with the guys who I like to hear, that I love to hear lyrics. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's coming from. If he went on a actual run, like something what Common and Pete Rock did by explaining their thought process behind this, maybe we could have processed it a little bit differently, but we didn't get that. We got this instead.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can be a victim of your own success.
Absolutely.
Once upon a time, the way that this man rhymed, the draw in his delivery, the drawn out rhythmic actually cadence that was more musical like than hip hop disco like. That contrarian opinion to style and craft of MCing
Mm-hmm.
is part of what catapulted him ahead.
Mm-hmm.
MC Shan and Marley Marl are sitting in Marley's apartment telling this nigga that he needs to have more energy and needs to ramp it up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, nah, I got different ideas about how I want to do it. That's the
Mm-hmm.
17-year-old version of him.
Right.
The 17-year-old version of him was ahead of the curve and heard something musically that put him
Mm-hmm.
ahead of his competition
Mm-hmm.
that was anywhere from 15 to 25. He leaped ahead of them because of that contrarian thought and opinion. When something like that happens to you and you become who he has become, this is what I mean. We all have an ego.
Right. Right.
He's been the man since he was 17.
Exactly.
It's hard to tell somebody who people have looked at like you might be the best rapper that I have ever heard in my life since
Mm-hmm.
they were 17 years old. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think the 55, 56-year-old version of that person is good at taking critique and criticism?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Which is
He
exactly
earned
why
that.
nobody might not be around to tell him that, because people may have not tried to tell him that, but because that 17-year-old that was musically ahead of this rap game, like 10 years
Mm-hmm.
ahead, like at 17, he was 27, and
Mm-hmm.
everybody around him was like literally their respective ages, but he was 10 years ahead of the curve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell that guy something.
It is.
But that's
You,
where
you
Nas
you have
hit
to earn
thing
that.
becomes special, because
Bingo.
that's why it's special, because it's like, no, you have somebody, because the only other person that's really been this ahead of the curve lyrically or caught up to the curve that was created by the guy. Well, when
Mm-hmm.
that guy is in at age 47, 48, 49 and humbling himself to a guy who is 34, 35, 36
Mm-hmm.
for the
Mm-hmm.
sake of making the product of music work,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's a game changer. We haven't seen people in
Totally
genre
different.
music do that. Most of our stars typically behave the way Rakim does, not the way Nas just did with the Hit Boy thing, and actually
Absolutely.
provided some submission. Like, as in, it's like, I might be the greatest MC of all time, but you might know what you're talking about to make this shit work right now, today, because it's not 1997, it's not 1992, and it's definitely not 1988.
Right. But he's different.
I
He's
don't care.
different.
I
He's
don't
different.
care. I
He's
don't care. He's not. He might be different. Being different isn't the only thing that classifies your greatness.
I agree. But he's also open to all.
Albums, no, Shawn, albums,
Yeah.
quality of albums. Now, if we're ranking his albums, okay, so the difference between being 5 for 7 and 5 for 8, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, you was shooting like 70%. Now you shooting
Right.
like 57%. No, it's not the
Right.
same. 70%, 57% is not the same thing. If a
Right.
quarterback completes 57% of them passes, they're going to find themselves out of the league. If a quarterback completes 70% of the passes, they're going to find themselves in the MVP conversation every year.
But cool. Go back to your favorite artist, Prince. You think someone is going to go in and tell Prince, God rest his soul, hey Prince, don't come up with that project. I want you to do this. You're not going to tell Prince what to do in the studio. You're not going to tell Prince how to create and curate an album. That's why a lot of his albums are the way they are, because he does what he want to do. He's earned that right.
Can I
That's
say
all
something?
right.
Can I say something? And this
Go
is
ahead,
probably going
please.
to surprise you. That's what's wrong with Prince's career in the 90s after Diamonds and Pearls.
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Inability to listen to wise counsel, because you're like, oh shit, I made
Exactly.
1999. I made Controversy. I made Purple Rain. I made Sign of the Times. I really don't give a shit. Like I do, but I don't. Like because we're here right now today. Are you making a Sign of the Times and a Purple Rain of today? Well, the nigga shut the fuck up.
That's my point.
No, like they're human beings. They're individuals. That's what I mean about how this industry is ran. It's like, oh no, like fire my ass if I'm gonna have to talk to you that way. I know who I am. Like that be the problem. People are so worried about their job security. Like you have to be invested in the culture to tell somebody like a Prince or a Rakim and be like, yo, fam, that ain't it.
Yeah.
You have to be invested into the culture. Too many people respect the check but don't respect the culture.
Right. Absolutely.
Because here's the thing about it. That's another thing where Nas and Hit Boy have kind of shown it. It's like, oh no, it can be done. Don't tell me Nas don't have an ego.
Yeah.
You hear the ego. He has an ego.
As he's earned it. He's earned it.
But the ego ain't keeping him from doing stuff with Dirt and Shawn.
Right.
And get what I'm saying? It ain't
Right.
it ain't keeping him from rapping on beats like 40 side.
No.
You feel me?
No.
It's not keeping him from making a Death Row East.
Exactly. Because he's out.
But he's not being limited by the boundaries because the guy is telling him is like, no, the thing is to be out right now. Like we gotta be out.
Right.
We gotta be in motion.
Push the boundary some. Yeah.
The beats need to sound a certain way. You see, we update our formulas.
Right. But Hit Boy approached
it. We update our formulas. This is hip hop.
Yes. He approached Nas from a student and a fan perspective. Rod doesn't have that. These guys who's on this album, they are approaching it as students.
They're all his children.
Exactly.
That's why the guest lists don't work.
Exactly.
Cool G Rap's the only equal on the album.
That's it.
The rest of them are his children.
Yes.
So fit comfortably into the framework of what he's trying to do.
Whatever he wants.
Somebody around him should have been like, no.
Right. But they're not going to do it because he's producing.
Like, if you want to stay current with this whole bar seminar shit that you're doing, it's like, no, we need to get you on a track with Nas and Black Thought. We need to get you and LL. We need to get LL on the hook to a song.
But cool. How do you say
know what I'm saying? Like, no.
How do you say that to him? That's what I'm getting at. How do you say that to him?
Same way I say it to every other nigga.
He's him.
I don't care. Like, this is what I'm saying. Too many people care about who they are and not what it is. I know who you are. And we can spend all day. No. I will spend 12 hours in the studio with you. And for 10 hours, I will remind you of who you are. But for the last 2 hours that we are recording, I'm going to remind you. It is not 1991. You are not making mahogany right now.
But cool. Again, he's him.
That is not going to play.
You have to have someone that has that gravitas to say, look, Ra, this can't come out this way. It needs to be packaged this way or that way. Not many can. Cool. They shelved, oh my God, with him and Dre. Creative differences.
Oh no, it's the biggest mistake of Rakim's career.
He's not going to listen.
Not going to listen to Dr. Dre.
No.
Ridiculous. Think about this. He's the only person to really tell Marley Marl and Dr. Dre no. Like, yeah, I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made no delay.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I want to slide you out my top 5 because you don't know how to follow directions and keep up with the times, like, you know what I'm saying?
Look.
Think about this. If you want to go against Marley in 86, that's fine. You want to go against Dre in 96? No, I'm not fine. You can't keep doing this. You need to have the catalog to reflect it.
But
where does he have in the catalog? What does he have in the catalog to reflect? Like real talk. How about this? Is Jay's catalog better? No, Nas' catalog is better. Jay's catalog better than Ra?
Yes, absolutely.
Is the Scarface catalog better?
Yes.
Ice Cube?
Yes.
Ghostface?
Yes, absolutely.
Then I can slide you out of my top 5 if you're going to keep on doing this shit.
You absolutely can. But what I'm saying is this album for me doesn't change where I always had him. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. I get it.
I don't get it. That's the problem. It's like, I don't get what just happened. The music is just good.
I'm looking at the playing field. He's the
You could have
producer.
made a mixtape. You could have made a mixtape without this being
I
attached to
don't,
your name. Like, what the
I don't
fuck?
disagree. He's the producer. He did all the beats, right? He's the executive
That's not
producer.
a good thing. That's
That-
a J. Cole problem.
That's what I'm getting at. There's no checks and balances in place. There's no checks and balances in place. It's like you saying, matter of fact, one of my favorite movies, Boomerang. Remember the dude that on the nasty guy that wanted to make the nasty commercials on Boomerang?
Strange.
Strong
Yeah,
J.
Strange.
And
Yeah.
what Marcus said, man, do whatever you want to do. Like Marcus in a dump, like do what you want to do. And dude came out with the worst commercial. He gave him, he had no
Yeah, she was like
boundaries.
squeezing the baby. She was squeezing the bottle of perfume out through a tree and like, yeah,
It
it
was
was bad.
all wild. I
Bad.
forgot the dude's name. He was like marvelous. He was like just a nasty dude. He had no boundaries. He said, man, do whatever you want to do. You have the autonomy to do whatever. And he made a very bad commercial. There's no different than this. Someone said, you know what? That's raw. He can do whatever he want to do. And this is what we get. We don't put checks and
Okay.
balances in place.
Let me
There's
ask
no
you.
checks and balances.
Let me
There's
ask you.
nothing. There's nothing to keep you in the paint. There's nothing.
Somebody that conversationally and is the only person from this era to move over to the next era and to be talked about in
Mhm,
the manner of a Nas, a Big, a
mhm,
J, a Pop,
mhm,
and to transition over to the next era and to be mentioned with the likes of Kendrick, a Cole,
mhm,
and a Drake.
mhm,
Um, critically acclaimed wise, a Lauryn Hill and Andre 3000. Like he
mhm.
is still considered to be in that sphere just off of his rapping skill alone. You
Indeed.
understand? Because
Indeed.
it's not about any of his sales or any of his numbers. It's literally about who he is to this culture.
Mhm, mhm,
When that's your thing, homie, like you gotta maintain it. And
mhm,
part of it, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying. No, no, no. He was the GOAT and was titled the GOAT and looked at that way
mhm,
when Let the Rhythm Hit Him drop. It's like, oh no,
mhm.
this guy the greatest MC of all time.
Right. He's
We didn't
different.
have It Was Written. We didn't have
No.
a Life After Death. We didn't have a Hit Boy run. We
Mhm,
didn't have Jay hit his peak yet. We didn't
mhm.
have Wu-Tang Clan yet. We didn't have
No.
Outkast yet. We didn't have Mobb Deep yet. We didn't have the Southern Invasion yet. We
No.
got some Ice Cube. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't know what Ice Cube was turning into. It's like, are you sure? Because this album makes me look at things differently. If I'm gonna
Absolutely.
do it to Kendrick, gotta do it to Raw. If I'm gonna
Right.
sit up here and argue with these buffoons on social media who keep trying to tell me Untitled is better than To Pimp a Butterfly when they need to be pimp slapped for saying that, not better than To Pimp a Butterfly. In no way, shape, or form is Untitled better than To Pimp a Butterfly. This is twice this week I've
Yo,
had to take up for Kendrick
don't get Jack started, man. Don't get Jack started.
because of Lupe being a hater, because of you Nas fans thinking that fried chicken is fucking with these walls with Bilal. It's
I
not.
do. I do.
Not.
I love fried chicken.
Not. It's not. How much a dollar costs is better than everything that's on Untitled by two. And I think Nas is the GOAT. He's the greatest MC of all time. He doesn't have anything on there fucking with how much a dollar costs. Like he don't. I'm sorry.
Some people are saying, people in the chat right now are saying Untitled was better than On to Pimp a Butterfly. And
Nobody asked.
I rock with those people.
I think those people are on rocks. You rock with them. I think they're on rocks. The whole epidemic coming back.
No, man. So
It feels like the late '80s again. Old white men are about to get in office again, and they deserve to be. Assassination attempts. That Gangsta Grills Hip Hop Talks mixtape coming soon. The Liberal Strike Back.
Movie's killing me right now. Yo,
Liberal Strike Back is coming right now.
yo, let me get the super chat. Yo, King21, appreciate you, bro. Play Poor, Sportsmanship by Big Sean and Nas. Nas on a completely different level. Yo, that joint is tough. KML, appreciate you.
It's tough.
What you giving it, man? What mic system you getting it? What we looking at?
I told you, 444 is a 3, then this isn't even a 3, Sean. It's a 2.75.
Oh, you going that low with it?
Do you think it's a 3? Show me the 3.
I don't think it's a 3.
The production's not there. The mic performance is great. Like, I hate to be the one that, like, I'm the one that always brings up. First of all, I created bar work. When people say bar work, it's like, no, 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 that's definitely me. When people talk about bar seminar, like, that's me. So obviously, I'm a fan of bars. When I saw the list of guest appearances, I was like, so y'all just gonna rapidy rap all day?
Yeah,
That's what I really thought. I was like, y'all gonna rapidy rap all day.
yeah.
It's gonna be Corrupt, the Master Killer,
You gonna bore me to death.
Dark Man. The only thing
Yeah.
that got me excited was Cool G Rap. I was like, if I can get a Cool G Rap
Mm.
and Rakim verse on the same song, I'm gonna be cool. And I'm not talking about like the first nigga remix. The first nigga remix by Premo, I think, was like them. Like I think Rakim did a verse for that. But like I'm talking about like an authentic, like something like when I didn't get that and Rakim came in on the hook, I was like, okay, so you ruined that for me. You know what I'm saying? You got Chino XL, you got Cannabis.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, you got all the traditional spitters.
Yeah,
It's 2024.
I get it. Cool.
You gotta watch that shit.
I get it. We knew this was going to happen.
You gotta watch that.
Yeah. If
You
you're
should have
giving
been
it,
more careful.
you're giving it 2.75.
And
I'm.
then, and this is what I mean about going to getting the spitters, and I mean this respectfully. You're Rakim.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've seen you on tour with KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane. Where are they? Like, if you're gonna do this, like, do this. Like, like,
But
here's how the album should have gone.
he doesn't want to. Cool.
I don't
He doesn't
care.
want to.
No, this is what I mean. If you wanted to give this lyrical manifesto of a project back to people, you know how you do that? You and KRS-One do a song together. You and Big Daddy Kane do a record together.
Do we want that? Do we?
I'm
Do we
not.
want that?
Yes,
In
that's
2020,
better than this. You
in
rather have La the
2024,
Dark Man and Cannabis and Chino XL than KRS-One
I would rather have a lot of dark
than
man.
Big Daddy Kane? Like, no, no, no. If you're gonna look at this, like, let's really look at this, fam.
Okay.
Like, no. A Rakim joint with Slick Rick doing the hook. Yes.
Okay.
A Rakim and KRS-One joint. Yes. A
Okay.
Rakim, Kane, and Cool G Rap joint. Yes. A Rakim and Nas joint. Yes. A Rakim joint with LL Cool J doing the hook. Yes.
Okay.
A Rakim, Jizza, and Black Thought collab record. Yes. Not
Okay.
these guys. Bring in the guys that are really going to gravitate your core audience back towards you. These are
I
all
think-
looked at like your children. Corrupt and La the Dark Man and Ken, like all these guys except for Cool G Rap, they're looked at like your children.
Right.
Go fuck with your peers if you're going to do this.
Yeah.
Go fuck with your peers. No, go trade bars with Cool G Rap today. KRS-One today, Kane today, Nas today, L today, Slick today. And the fact that he didn't do it, Shawn, makes me think from the verses that I did here,
Mm-hmm.
it's not there anymore. And I would just rather remember him how he was. But today was the first time I really thought to myself, nigga, you should have rapped to that in the club beat and did what Dre said. Today was the first day I really seen it.
Mm. I won't want to hear him on the club neither, though.
There was a record called After You Die that I heard, and I was like, even if they would have did the joint like that, and it would have been like, you know, variations of that, it would have worked. But I seen his inability to work well with others, quite frankly. It's been a long time, ends with, since I came in the door, said it before, but no, I ain't down with Eric B no more. It's like, shit. Kind of wish you were, because even if you were the one making the beats, he was the one telling you that you needed a certain sound. No, he had fucking Paul C, Large Professor, and Eric B early on. That's high level fucking production.
It is, but he doesn't want that. He want to do his own thing.
It's what made him the GOAT when he was the GOAT.
He doesn't care about that no more. That's why he produces his own album. This is his. This is all his. Production, everything, direction, conception, everything. It's all him. That's what he wanted. Yeah. We get to live with it, cool. That's what he wanted. Jay made 444. Jay made Magna Carta. That's what he wanted.
I'll tell you like Pastor told me earlier this morning. I'm going to need to put my armor on.
Yeah. Going to have to. Because you're taking some L's right now. 3 Stacks dropped the Flute album. You still haven't addressed. You still haven't overcome that. We talking about mental health. You haven't faced that. You're avoiding that. So you got 3 stacks.
I don't believe that happened. Actually,
Yeah, it happened. Cool.
still don't believe that happened.
I'm gonna send it to you again in the chat. 3 Stacks Flute album, Raw Gods Network. What else you got? What else you got? That kind of Cole bowing out. Yo, that's your.
What's going on?
What else you got?
What's going on?
Yeah, everything that you built around your legacy, Cool. This is your legacy. This is your legacy. In front of you, getting pushed down. Yo,
Lupe's making me take up for Kendrick.
They make you take up for Kendrick.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, it's been a bad week. This is why you should talk to somebody. No, this is why you need to take care of yourself. This is why self-care really is the best care.
Yes. You having a rough year. 2024 has been rough to you. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, in a lot of ways, it's been good. You know what I'm saying? I trimmed a lot of the fat, and I got fatter. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it. All right. Next album, man. DJ Mustard. DJ Mustard. I'm gonna pick it. So 2.75 for Raw. I did on.
I mean, do you disagree? Do you disagree with my 2.75? You want to give them 3?
I can't give it
if you want to. I'm not giving out hall passes. I don't give anybody hall passes. Not even the goddamn.
I can't give it a 3. I did hit up
Think
AG.
about this. Where's Cheat Codes at? What's your rating for Cheat Codes by Black Thought?
I got Cheat Codes pretty high up there though.
Me too.
Yeah.
Think about Cheat Codes.
Yeah. This ain't even close to Cheat Codes.
It's not even the same atmosphere as Cheat Codes.
Not at all.
Same caliber of lyricist supposedly though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is not even. Yeah. That's not even a conversation.
Yeah. The Roots' first independent project, Organics, came out the same year as Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's not even
like no. Thought just made Cheat Codes a few years ago.
Yeah. No, it's
Hit Boy and Nas just went on a run. KRS-One's last album sounded better than this.
It can go from a 2.5 to 2.
Amy Cool G Rap have dropped dope singles in the last few years. You do not get to give us this.
No, you're right. You're right. Let me get the super chats real quick. Ill Magic, KRS latest album is better than this album. It is. It really is.
It is. Wanna be an MC.
It is. I don't want no trouble. $5 chat. Appreciate you. Who do y'all consider a better rapper? 95, 96 Raekwon, 96, 97 Jay-Z. I'm going Ray all day. I'm not going front. 95, 96 Raekwon was bonkers.
How about this? 95, 96 Raekwon is on more classic albums than 96, 97
Jay. Look, man.
Because hold on, how about this? 95, 96 Ray is on Return to the 36 Chambers. The Purple Tape, obviously, that's 95.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah, Rawhide. He's on Rawhide.
Rawhide.
He's on investigative reports on Liquid Swords. Yeah. He's got the Purple Tape.
Yeah.
And he's got Iron Man. He's got his verse on Eye for an Eye on the Infamous. He's got his verse on Nighttime Vultures on Hell on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's got Iron Man. He's the best rapper on Iron Man.
I got him on the best.
Think about this. Of the the 3 best Wu solo projects, Ray's the best rapper on 2 of the 3 projects.
Yeah.
Well, no, 2 of the 4, because Iron Man Supreme.
I got him ahead. Hell, I got Ghostface ahead. I got 95, 96 Ghostface.
No, I don't have 95, 96 Ghostface ahead.
Shit.
Shit. No. 95, 96 Ray.
Gorillas injected with strength of 80 midgets. Come on.
Supreme clientele. Like, I don't know if there's a rap album where somebody brings you into their world as he brings you into their world while the music is still classic and great. Yeah. Like all the way into the world. Like all the way. It's like you are like, there's something about Supreme Clientele that sucks you in the way very few rap albums.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Optimistic. I probably missed it while you must be dollar digging. Yo, everything about it. Just the charisma.
You just knew what you were listening to was great, and you just fed into whatever it is that he was doing. Not many very rap albums have the appeal of Supreme. tell, where it's like I don't care what he's doing.
We
It's
have
not.
to
It's not
redate
like it's not.
Jay.
It's not. It's not like Get Rich or Die Trying or It's Dark and Hell is Hot, where the hooks are great, and so the hooks
Right,
draw
right.
you. Hooks are so great. It's like no, Ghost draws you into Supreme
Yeah,
the way very few rappers have ever drawn in an
very
audience
few.
for a rap
Very
album.
few.
It's
Very
a
few.
special, special moment.
Very few.
Yes.
Very few. Yeah.
And he's responsible for some of those other moments, like Enter the Wu Tang and the Purple Tape. So it's like,
He draws you in. He
yeah,
draws you in. He's saying
yeah.
wild stuff. You know,
Like
gorillas with a strength of 80 midgets. It's
when I
crazy.
think when I think about when you know what I love when he's on Apollo Kids, Heavy Rain, fuck my kicks up, step
Yeah.
in puddle, bitch laughing. First thought was beat the bitch up. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
it's like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's really telling you how he's feeling
He's telling you.
right
Yeah.
there, right
Yes.
there.
He draws
And
you in.
so I think Supreme Clientele and Aquemini actually have the biggest world draw in factors where it's like you get drawn into a whole world, like
Right.
where it gets deeper than the artist. It's down to their, it's like it's their theology. It's not
Right.
even how they rap. It's like how they live.
Right.
It's like Supreme Clientele is how Ghost lives.
Right.
Feminize how Outkast lives. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? It's like those albums are special when they come along like that. There's not a lot of rap albums like that.
No doubt. Yeah, that's a good question. You appreciate that question. 96J was phenomenal. 97J was trying to follow the big and bad boy formula. And that's how we got Stones like I know what boys like, and I know what
Girls. I
I
know
know
what
what
girls like. It's
that's
not
that's part of the hook too, Coop. I know what boys like. I know what they want. They want to text me. They think I'm sexy. I remember the joint, Coop. All right. And he's a
I've been
boy.
trying to forget it my whole life. It's really the worst song on the album.
It's the word. No, the worst song on the album is actually Sunshine.
No, no, no. I know what girls like is worse than Sunshine.
You think so?
I
No
do.
way. I can live with the beat.
I
Doom,
do.
doom, doom, doom. I can live with
No,
the
no, no,
beat.
no, no, no.
I
I
think
can
it's
deal with
Sunshine.
Babyface. I can deal with Babyface. I can't deal with Puff on that
Yeah.
whack ass beat with Kim.
He
Nah.
was yelling, Puff was yelling on the beat. Ah, he was going crazy. And that's
That was
people.
the cocaine.
No, that was Jay hugging him or something. Pause. I know what girls like. I know
Please,
what they
please,
want.
please, 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 please. When we're talking about Diddy
My bad.
and we're talking about Jay and you talk about hugging and then together, it just
My bad,
I don't
man.
want to get flagged. I don't want to lose any
You're
money.
right. You're right. You're right. But that's a great question. That was a great question. Thank you for that super chat and that question. Cool. Let's get ready to get up out of here, man. Let's talk about the DJ Mustard joint. I found it to be a very easy listening album. I thought the features were good. I think it's constructed really well. It's just a feel good album. I don't think nothing that really stands out. Nothing to me. When we got backstage, you heard me listening to that joint. That I felt
The
like
LMA joint,
the
the
LMA
remake
joint.
of 911,
To me, that's the best
take a
joint
box
on.
plus 911.
Yeah, that's the best joint to me on the album, honestly. Everything else is nothing that really stands out to me. Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, I just think it's a very solid album. I really do. Nothing crazy. Nothing that make me say, "Oh wow, he got one." It's just more of, yeah, this is pretty dope album.
I thought it was a good album.
Hmm.
Um, you know, you remember "Summertime" in the LBC by the Dove Shack?
Yeah.
All these records kind of sound like that, just kind of like updated slightly. It's
You
like
took
three,
it
4
back.
years past
You
that.
took it back on that one.
Yeah, yeah, you like that "Summertime" in the
Yeah.
LBC by the Dove Shack? It's like that's how this album kind of feels. It's
Yeah.
like the Vince Staples. I feel like, first of all, I feel like the second half of the record is stronger. I think he made it a point, and I did like the sequencing and executive production arrangement because when I go back and look at it, it's like, well, he wanted to start it off smooth with his rap shit, and then smooth it out with his R&B shit towards the end. So the
Yeah.
R&B shit is towards the end more
No.
so. The rap stuff is good, like the Vince and Schoolboy, Roddy Rich, YG. Like, no, like he got all his hitters to come out. I did
Hmm.
think I did think production wise, some of it sounded kind of dated. And
Hmm.
that's the thing about everybody like and not like us like that. I'm like, yo, those sounds are so 2018,
Hmm.
so 2015. But if you like it, I love it.
Hmm.
But this album went together really, really well. The way that he put it together was the most impressive thing to me. And the
Hmm.
artist that he put together for the vibes that he was feeling, like when the Vincent Schoolboy record was coming on, I was like, this is straight Dove Shack, Cali barbecue in the summertime ass vibes. You know what I'm saying? And Mustard comes from that era and provides that. I'm with you. The LMA record is
Hmm.
dope. The Charlie Wilson record is
Hmm.
dope. My takeaway from the album is actually something that we talked about with Young Thug and Young Thug's trial when we were talking about the process of the
Yep.
system.
Yep.
I realized that part of the reason why we're getting so many Young Thug verses is to keep the money flowing in because of how much they're trying to dilapidate his resources and his finances. They're trying to take everything from him.
Hmm.
And when I heard Thug today, like when I was listening to the Mustard for the second time, I was like, this is why artists need to have shit in tuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because really, Thug is doing all this stuff. Because think about this, like he was on Metro's album, and we were like, I'm tired of getting a Thug verse. But then you start thinking about it. Part of the reason, let's think about it business wise, because of how they have seized and freezed.
Right.
Well, to keep everything alive, to keep people employed, to stay in the black and not in the red, he has to give these features. And what the hip hop community is actually doing is getting behind Thug by putting him on these albums so he can get some streams and
Yep.
get some money. And so I realized when I heard the Mustard album and Thug was on there that the hip hop community is actually helping Thug right now.
Yep.
And I think it's a beautiful thing. And they're
Yep.
helping the way they're supposed to be helping. Ain't nobody running around with free Thug t-shirts. See, we have understood the nature of the threat, and that's why I'm bringing this up, and I love it. Nobody's running around with free Thug t-shirts. They like, let's get this nigga on every project possible so we can get his streams up, so we can financially keep him and his team and everybody alive while he goes through this. This is why you're hearing so many Thug records, because they are literally trying to strip him of everything that he has. Like
Yep.
whether he's guilty or he's innocent, he's made most of his money off of rap and made it legitimately. And this government is trying to take it away from him via this trial. They're trying to make sure that everything that he's built is taken away. And our hip hop community is actually responding in a beautiful manner
Hmm.
and making sure that he makes all of these albums to make all of these streams. Because here's the thing about it, ain't nothing bigger than a rapper that's in jail waiting for bail.
Right.
And so these songs tend to be some of the higher stream songs on the albums. That's more money for Thug and for Thug's camp.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not into right or wrong anymore because, quite frankly, I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I know the way that this system is designed, I'm tired of coming on here and talking about systemic and institutional racism. This is a part of it as well because you're supposed to be granted a fair trial. Part of fair means just because you're rich and you're famous, do not dilapidate said person's legitimate resources and income. If you got questions about gang shit, go find gang money.
Right.
Don't take his legitimate and legal earnings. And that's part of what the process does. And I know that it's real because they did the shit to OJ, and these white people liked OJ. So if they'll do the shit to OJ, that's why the OJ shit is so important. Rest in peace to him too. It's because, oh no, if they'll do that to OJ, there's nothing that they won't do to you because they actually fucked with OJ because OJ fucked with them.
Right.
What type of treatment you think Thug's really receiving?
Right.
30, 29, 31 years after OJ.
Yep.
Like, what you really think going on? And so when I seen Thug on the album, I seen a hip hop community that was making sure that Thug and his people have. Because until you prove him guilty, you really have no business taking away these avenues of resources for him.
Yeah.
You have a guilty verdict? Or do you still have a pending trial? Because you have a pending trial, well, then this is what we need to do. And this is why you record in bulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good that they're looking out for him, but we still got a long way to go with Thugger. A long way to go with Thugger. And they're going to drag this thing out, deplete every resource that he has until it's done. That's how it works. It's unfortunate.
Process. They call it processing you. They're going to process you. They're in
Absolutely.
the process. I don't care what anybody says. People have to understand. An institution, when an institution is built, every institution that is built to make sure the people who built the institution survive first. That's why institutional and systemic racism here is so serious. It's because,
Absolutely.
well,
Absolutely.
an institution was designed to make sure that no matter what, a white man succeeds. It's not built for anybody else. It's a system built for white people, white men specifically, old white people specifically. Old white men built it, which is why you're seeing, which is why, like, what, an 81-year-old just dropped out and a 78-year-old is still running. It's because the people who designed this institutional racism hundreds of years ago, they foreseen this. And their thought is, well, if push come to shove, let it be my people running the institution. That's what makes the racism institution. The people who designed it for a reason. You can't look at them like, oh, that's old and that's how it used to be. It's like, no. They knew that the day was going to come where they couldn't own slaves. They knew the day was going to come where they couldn't just rape black women senselessly and put children in them. And then, you get what I'm saying? It's like, no, they knew this day was coming. They knew that Sleepy Joe and Insano Trump, like, they knew that these days were coming. And so they prepared to make sure that their institution made sure that guys like that still got in. Not even the younger white men. When I mean it's institutional, the institution is against young white men too. That's part of the reason why Obama and Kennedy getting elected so young. Like, there's an ageism on it too. It's like, no, give me my old white ass values. You know what I'm saying? Kennedy becoming president at 35 is a big deal. Obama becoming president at, like, what, 42, 43? No, it's a big deal. Those are rarities because the institutional racism of the system really isn't even designed for you to reach that level until you're 50, and that's as a white man.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't tell me that they're not, like, I just want to see the legit proof.
Yeah. If he's guilty, he's guilty. Then
if he's guilty, he's guilty. Like, you niggas should have found out by now. You're wasting taxpayers' dollars at this point.
right.
Like, if you're in Fulton County, you're paying for this trial.
Right.
The DA not paying for the trial.
Nah, y'all paying for that down in Georgia.
Fulton County's paying for the trial.
Yeah.
Fulton County paying for the trial, which means if you live in Buckhead, Brookhaven, Piedmont, Midtown, all that shit to say Atlanta, you're paying for him to sit and them not have answers. When this is supposed to be the biggest gang in the world, it's been how long now? Y'all don't have answers?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the reality of the matter. You're also worried about trying to dilapidate his resources and put him away for life. It's like, oh, y'all don't even want to just give the nigga 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to give him 10 so he can get out in 3.5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we at.
It's unfortunate. But where do you rank the album? Where do you rate it? How do you rate this album?
I want to give it a 3.5. I'm just not certain if these songs gonna stay well enough. So it's like, I'm gonna give it a 3.
I give it a 3 as well. I don't want to go too far over that just because I feel like they're just a solid album.
Just solid.
Solid album. Nothing.
It ain't making no way.
No, It's nothing I can say. There's an anthem on here. There's not that. There's not a lot of replay on here. Maybe go back to it every now and then, but nothing that I would say I'll be playing for a whole week straight or going
So
back.
when I'm ranking, so when we're talking about the Eminem album, it's like no, Eminem's album's better than both of these albums.
Yeah, yeah. No hate on that. No hate at all. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong
Eminem's
with
album's
it.
better than both of these albums.
The production by itself outweighs that album.
Well, that's why I brought up "Summertime" in the LBC by the Dove Shack. It's like, well, great vibe, but not the best produced record.
Yeah, yeah.
But the vibe is there.
Vibe is there. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's some
Absolutely.
moments on this album. The
Yeah.
ending of the album, the "Pray for Me," like no, that shit dope.
Yeah, it is. It is. All of that. It's a dope album.
Yeah. But if we really gonna like hold ourselves like true to this culture and true to these standards, it's like, yeah, that's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I've been having to remind myself of what the standard is. It's like, think about what we was talking about earlier. It's like 95, 96 Ray or Ghost, or like a 96, 97 J. But it's like, let's just go to 95, 96 Ray. 95, 96 Ray is on Return to the 36 Chambers, Liquid Swords, Only Built for Cuban Links, Iron Man, The Infamous, Hell on Earth. He's on 6 of the 50 best rap albums of all time.
Mm-hmm. Competing at a high level.
Competing at a high level. It's like that's the level. It's funny. House of Flying Daggers came on after I got done listening to the Rakim album.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the next thing in the queue. And I'm thinking like, man,
yeah.
House of Flying Daggers is like leaps beyond everything on the Rakim album.
Not even close.
That's 2009. Think about it. It leaps and bounds ahead production wise, sonically, and lyrically, and that's 2009. It's 2024. That's just one record off the Purple Tape 2, which isn't even as good as the Purple Tape. Matter of fact, hold on. How about this? Where's the Purple Tape 2 all time in like the Wu discography?
It's up there, bro.
Top 10? It'd be top 10 for me. See how you pause and you have to think about it? Enter.
You
think Wu-Tang Forever is better?
I think Wu-Tang Forever is better.
Okay. Iron Man and Supreme better, right?
Iron Man and Supreme are better.
Only Built for Cuban Links better. That's 5.
Only Built for Cuban Links better. Liquid Swords.
6.
Would you put Return to the 36 over that? Return to the 36 is pretty good.
I think. How about this? I like the Purple Tape 2 more, but I think that's style of music that I like to listen to. Yeah. But here's the thing about Return to the 36. It's got Brooklyn Zoo and Shimmy Shimmy Ya and Baby Come On and Rawhide.
They are better than what's on.
Yeah. They're better than Brooklyn Zoo. Brooklyn Zoo is one of the best rap songs I ever heard. Like yeah.
Very simplistic.
Brooklyn Zoo is up there. Brooklyn Zoo is up there with Bring the Pain and and Incarcerated Scarfaces for best like Wu-Tang like solo performance on the mic.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I would probably put Return. I probably put Return slightly ahead because the top of Return is better, even though I think Purple Tape 2 is better from beginning to end.
Yeah, that's 7.
So 7. Do you like the W?
Not like that.
I like the W.
Not like that.
I think the W is a 4.
I can live with a 4 for W, but coming after Wu-Tang Forever and after Supreme Clientele,
there's nothing
expectations, man. Because W came the same year Supreme Clientele came out.
I know. It wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same. It was a whole different sound. Everything was different.
Too many egos.
Too many. I couldn't put it over.
Careful, click, click, Hollow Bones.
Yeah.
Let my niggas live.
Yeah.
No, there's some joints on there.
I didn't like the lead off single. I didn't like Gravel Pit. Hated Gravel Pit. I did not like it. I hated the beat.
Meth and Ghost are killing Gravel Pit.
It did. I didn't like
Holocaust
the
from the Land of the Lost. Behold the Pale Horse, of course.
Yeah.
Follow Me, Wu-Tang gotta be the best thing since Stars and Quark Wallabies. Meth is killer on there.
Beat was bad. I didn't like the beat.
Beat was bad. Was RZA lost his touch. I think the W is when we realized RZA production wise wasn't going to be like the RZA that.
No, because he was going a different route by that time. He was going digital.
He made too many great beats. Like nobody made that many great beats in that short time.
Consecutively, there was no break.
Not consecutively. It's the best selection of beats like in a run. Like his 4-year run,
yeah,
is very Shaq like. How about that?
Yeah,
very Shaq like. It's like no, 38 and 14. It's like no, he didn't really go give 38 and 14 in the finals. It's like yes, he did.
Right.
Yeah,
no one's touching him. Even when he ventured outside of Wu for that one or two times, still
like his 4-year run holds up to Dre and Preem's whole catalog. Absolutely. The 93 to 97 run holds up to Dre and Preem's whole catalog. So it's the best run ever. It's the best run a producer's ever seen. The quality of beats is astounding.
Absolutely. And that's why the W for me just didn't land for me, because I'm like, I wanted that RZA. I wanted that RZA because he was on the digital stuff at that time, and in real time,
Bobby Digital had some shit on it.
That's what I'm saying. In real time, I was rocking with Bobby Digital. That was one of the
NYC Everything, Domestic Violence,
Holocaust,
Kiss from the Black Widow,
the Holocaust. With the Holocaust,
My Lovin' Is Digi. My Lovin' Is Digi was the shit.
I used to listen to I Love It Digi was crazy. I was listening to that.
I Love It Was Digi.
On a Greyhound bus over and over.
Yo, I used to get on the Greyhound bus listening to My Lovin' Is Digi when I used to go from Greensboro to Atlanta. Yeah.
I was like crazy on that Bobby Digi. Yeah.
He had some joints on there. The NYC Everything with Method Man. Method Man crushed that.
Yeah, I tell you what, that Bobby Digital album was better than Tikal too.
Yes.
They came out the same month, I think, month apart.
Yes, Bobby Digital is better than Tikal too.
Better than Tikal too. Judgment Day.
But it's not better than Tikal.
It's not better than Tikal. No. But it's better than T2 Judgment Day. It's better.
So when people look back, Tikal is still a top 10 Wu-Tang solo album.
Yep.
Yeah. It's got With the Blood Clot, Biscuits, Release Kill Delph, Bring the Pain, Method Man remix.
I think the thing to Cal is so 93, 94. It sounds gritty. Like that's why, because
he had now, he didn't have next.
Yes, because you got to think about it. To listen to Cal sonically, and you go 2 years removed, and now you're listening. No, hell, a year removed, and you're listening to for Cuban Links. To Cal 94.
Some of that is RZA though. Some of that is RZA because those beats on Purple Tape are like the beats on the Purple Tape and Liquid Swords are destroying the beats on Tikal and Return to the 36 Chambers. It's destroying them beat wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like Shadowboxing is 5 steps ahead of everything on Dirt and Mess album.
Cool. We're talking about a 2-year span. Think about this. You got Tikal.
That's what I mean about RZA progressing though, because think about the beats that he lost in the flood.
That's what I'm saying. You got Tikal, Return, Liquid Swords, and all of it for Cuban Links. In 2 years.
I think Meth and Deck were the people who were hurt by the flood, and because Ray and Ghost and Jizza were in the middle,
right?
They actually were the benefactor of it because they got RZA that had a point to prove because the beats had been lost.
Beats were lost, yeah. Because they were rapping they went crazy.
Yeah.
Everything just
like think about this. Guillotine is supposed to be on Method Man's album, not on Only Built for Cuban Links. It changes things.
Yeah.
That boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like that's on Tikal.
Yeah, because you couldn't. They played in the background at one point.
Right. So what if Meth and Deck and Jizza and Inspector get in and Ray get busy on there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But does it fit that? Does it fit Tikal?
I don't know. That's the beautiful thing about the Purple Tape. Everything fits the Purple Tape.
Everything fits the Purple Tape.
Perfect.
Even everything fits Liquid Swords.
The sequencing. Like, how about this? Those 2 projects, it's the best sequencing that an executive producer has done on back projects in the history of rap.
Absolutely. It needs to be studied.
It does. No, no,
He's-
no. It's like literally like needs to be broken down. It's like how he sequenced the purple tape in Liquid Swords because
Yes.
it's not just that the records are there. He has the records. It's about the placement of the records. Like the run. How about this? The run on Liquid Swords from Fourth Chamber to Shadowboxing,
Yes.
Killer Hills 10304 to
Yes.
Investigative Reports to Swordsman. That's
Who
as flawless of a rap victory as you will find on a rap album in terms of sequencing.
you
In terms
said
of sequencing a rap album,
it's
there
crazy.
like Doggy Style has a sequence point like that. The
Right.
Chronic has a sequence point like that. Like it's one of those type. It's like no, no. This is one of the best sequences of rap songs like
Right.
in rap history. The whole second half of the Purple Tape is like that. From the point that Ice Water comes on to Wu Gambino comes off, like that stretch. That's the best stretch of rap sequencing in rap history. Like I want
Sure.
people to understand that. Like in rap's history, in terms of the executive production of the album, when Ice Water comes on at track 10 on the Purple Tape to Wu Gambino's and track 16, oh no, that's the best sequencing of 6 rap songs in the
It's wrong.
history of rap.
Cool. I
Period.
I'll take it a step further. You go back and look at Liquid Swords. From the intro to Liquid Swords to the skit to do the Iron Mike. That set the tone.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Oh, the first 3 records. The first 3 records, Liquid Swords, Duel of the Iron Mike, Living in the World Today. Boom,
Oh
boom,
my,
boom, boom, boom.
it set the tone. It set the
But
tone.
flawless sequencing. The
Yes.
sequencing. Those songs are playing in the order that they're supposed to play in to
Yes.
maximize the ability of the song to resonate with the listener. That's what executive production is about.
Absolutely. And Jizza is putting on a mic performance out of this
It's
world.
for the
Kick
ages. It's
up
for the
fast,
ages.
made a chaff like this murderous rhyme type Virginia wine crap
You want to
checker.
know what?
Swear veteran, spark the letterman,
How
slow
about this?
season moving for the editing. Come on, bro.
A liquid soluble that made up the chemistry, a gaseous element that burnt down your ministry. Herbal vapors and biblical paper, smoking extra dust. Every square yard is plush. Fucking screw face photo accessories. Yeah, he's. How about this? In terms of mic performance, when I go to mic performances, it's like I go to my big 3, which is Let the
Yeah.
Rhythm Hit. It was written in Life After Death, but my next 2 picks might be Liquid Swords and Reasonable Doubt.
Got it. Yeah,
My
yes.
next 2 picks might be Liquid Swords and Reasonable Doubt.
So you
This
got
might be the next 2, as far as mic performance by one person. I'm talking about mic
and,
performance by one person. Because every bar Jizza spit on Liquid Swords is a Rhyme of the Year candidate.
absolutely. And it
Every
meant
rhyme.
every round.
He is very much. He is. How about this? This is 95, so it was written in Life After Death. Haven't been made yet. Jizz's mic performance on Liquid Swords, the only thing that you can compare it to lyrically is Let the Rhythm Hit Him by Rakim, in my opinion.
Because he went crazy.
He went crazy there.
He went crazy. I don't think we've heard anyone at that time rapping like that.
When he said, "I be swinging swords strictly based on keyboards, unbalanced like elephants and ants on seesaws. I throw raps that attack like the Japs and Pearl Harbors. MCs be out like bank robbers to fleeing the scene, to be a soul for the soul survivor, DJ the getaway driver. Try to dip, but he died. I socialize on vocal vibes. On track, stabbed up with razor sharp knives. Criminal subliminal is blinded. Rappers find it hard to define it, but narrow is the gate for fat tapes. Oh no, he's just going on there. He is special. It is a Rakim. It is a Rakim Nas level lyrical mic performance on
different zone on that joint, and we don't talk about it enough. We do not, only because
verse on Shadowboxing. I slayed MCs back in the Rec Room era. My style broke motherfucking backs like hit for terror. Most rap niggas came loud but unheard. Once they fold out, round them off to the nearest third. That means I'm gonna cut you in half. And
yo, we need to do a show on that one, man. We need to do something on, because Liquid Swords is not discussed enough in hip hop.
He's special. He's special on Liquid Swords. He's special.
But that shows you how special on Links was.
Killer Hills 10304 is probably the most underrated rap story of all time that never gets talked about.
It is. It is.
Killer Hills 10304 is my shit. That goes from Life of a Drug Dealer off Words of the Genius, but they updated Killer Hills 103. The beat, oh no. Yeah. In a lot of ways, I like Killer Hills 10304 more than Shadowboxing in Fourth Chamber. That's how dope Killer Restaurants on the Takeout.
in here doing the background.
Chaos outside the Sparks Steakhouse. Maintain the power. I feel the deal's gone sour. Nigga missed the wedding. Late a
Yeah,
fucking half hour. With this man who bought land from Tony Starks while he was contracting ships on the launch of city parks. He's a lone shark. Got it sewn up like singers. Cause all this talk for this kid after me for the heist in the Burlington coat factory. Fuck it. Yeah, he's bananas on there.
he's going crazy on there.
He's special on there.
He's going crazy on there. I think that's 6 Second Assassin in the background singing, doing all the
What?
humming.
That
6 Second Assassin, like,
oh no. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Even how that's what I mean about the put together. It's like
Right. Just a
actually
little.
if you actually want to go a step back further, this is what I mean. Liquid Swords plays like Cold World is track 5, Labels is track 6, Fourth
Right.
Chamber is track 7, Shadowboxing is track 8, Killer Hills 10304 is track 9, Investigative Report is track 10, Swordsman is track 11. As far as a mic performance for 5 straight songs, you're going to be hard pressed to find that in rap history.
It's
Like
pretty hard.
fuck Wu-Tang. Like in rap history, you're going to struggle to find mic performances that are better than the 5 records that I just named. Those records happened in order on one album.
One album. Yeah. One
Liquid
album.
Swords is incredible. Like people understand. When I feel like Liquid Swords is a top 20 rap album, people be like, "Yo, you tripping?" It's like, no, I'm not.
No.
Because I can't think because there aren't 5 better mic performances.
No.
And as far as beat wise, there's not 10 better beat performances.
RZA, he was flawless.
Living in the World Today, that's a mixtape special. Shadowboxing Force, that's mixtape. That's
And
like everybody want to rap to those beats.
Right. Then you get it.
It don't matter what region you in. It don't know. You want to rap that.
And you threw a video out there with it as well. Come on. Everybody did not waste a bar. Killer Priest did not waste a bar.
Shadowboxing is the record that made me start writing other people's rhymes down to figure out like stylistically how like rap was formed.
Yeah.
That was the record when I heard that because it was so different than any rap record I had ever heard before.
It was. Definitely was.
Like this is 95. This is the winter. This is the fall winter of 95.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there wasn't a record like Shadowboxing floating around before Shadowboxing.
No.
It has no comparative analysis. It's a one-on-one.
Even from just the production of it. You had
that's what I mean.
Riff like guitar.
Like the bar style that he's looping the rappers into, I breaks it down to the bone gristle.
Yeah.
Speaking Scud Missile, Heat Sinking, Johnny. No, rappers wasn't rapping like that because there weren't beats and canvases like that for them to rap over it like that.
Right. But I think Melter trying to catch the tone of the beat itself. That's why he was rapping like that, because he was trying to get that beat was unorthodox at that time because it was very noisy.
No, that's what I mean. There's nothing like Shadowboxing before Shadowboxing.
No,
like ice water off the purple tape is the closest thing. But
yeah, I love ice water.
But ice water is my shit. I woke up to ice water like when my bro was on here and he did the show and it was Illmatic every day. It was like shit. Like he was probably hearing Illmatic when he was getting up. That's when he was getting ready. When I was getting ready, I was listening to the purple tape.
Oh yeah, purple tape was my joint. I was listening to nothing.
I was putting the little disc player in. I heard a little disc spin, go to track 10. Ice water was my shit. But even Ice Water's rooted in some fundamental hip hop rap shit the way Shadowboxing isn't though. Shadowboxing is something different stylistically in terms of the approach of the beat maker and the artist.
Right, bar for bar. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Because think about it. Nobody had talked that much on record really except for Biggie within one bar. I breaks it down to the bone gristle. Pause.
Yeah.
Ill speaking Scud Missile, Heat Sinking. Pause.
Yeah.
Johnny Blazing. Pause. Nightmares like Wes Craven. Pause. Niggas. Pause. My third eye see it coming. Pause. Before nobody had rapped like that before really on rap.
No.
So it's like it's one of the sicker stylists. Like Method Man's flow for me is rooted like in that song more than all the other songs because he was the first one that I actually heard pause on record.
Yeah.
Like pause for real. Like Snoop would do shit, but Snoop would be flipping. Snoop would be No, Meth was like, I breaks it down to the bone gristle. Pause. Ill speaking Scud Missile, Heat Sinking. Pause. Johnny Blazing. Nightmares like Craven.
Remember
Nigga,
that Meth he was emulating Nas cadence at that time too, though.
I feel like what's crazy about it is I feel like it's more of a KRS style where KRS-One would sometimes like stop, like, you know what I'm saying, or do like an ad lib. So it was more, he was more in a 12 bar rhyme style than a 16 bar rhyme
Right,
style.
right. Because the beat forced Meth that that beat forced him to rhyme that way. Even Jizzle
Right,
when he came through,
right.
he Jizzle already
He
have
had to alter, had to
right,
alter, had to
right,
alter the style.
exactly.
So as far as like, this is what I'm saying. Like, not all championship victories are the same. Oh no,
Right.
the championship victory of Meth and Jizza pulling this off stylistically on the beat that was given to it. The beat is all time great. It's one of the best beats ever.
It is.
It's not the type of beat you heard somebody rap to before it happened.
Exactly. Because there's so much going on. You got the
Right.
guitar riff. You got it's going and like everything is going on. So as a rapper, you're trying to find, okay, where do I land
So
this? Where do I land that? Yeah.
so you can actually hear Meth is actually more nimble on the last verse
He
because he's
is.
gotten more familiar with the beat. His mind starts clicking. And the
Right.
strategy is mastered, the plot thickened. This be that woo shit. I don't give a cotton picking. You see him start to speed up. He's speeding up on the second verse because
Yeah.
it took the first verse to master the flow of the style.
Right. And also
That
hearing Jizz's verse. Because
this
Jizz's
is
verse,
what I mean. This
the
is what I mean
tempo.
about the pause. It's the best pause in rap history. You know
Right.
my steez.
Mm-hmm.
When he does that, nobody's ever done that on a beat before.
Exactly.
Nobody's
But
done that on a beat before. It's 1995. Nobody's like literally went on record and been like 6 bars in and been like, you know my steez.
right, right. He was
Like
killing
he
it.
literally like stretched the bar out another half a bar just
Exactly.
with one word. No,
Exactly.
this is stuff that fundamentally wasn't taking pace because Rakim had gotten everybody to the point where it was boom, 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 boom,
Mm-hmm.
boom, 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 boom,
Rakim
boom,
was attacking the mic.
boom, boom, boom,
Attacking
boom,
the mic.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom. So when he's going, his
Yeah.
mind start to clicking, and then the strategy is mastered, the plot thicken. This be that woo shit. I don't give a cotton picking. So like he had actually taken what Rakim did.
Right.
He had freaked like him and Big and Pac, like they changed the like actual flow parameters.
Right.
Like they did records like this.
Mm-hmm.
Super important.
It's crazy, man. That's another show we got to come up with, man. That's another one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can have a bar seminar just like on the flow. Like Meth and Big and Pac more than anybody else changed the way that dudes flow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because it's like when you listen to Tretch, it's like no, Tretch is, you can tell Tretch is like raised on Rakim and Cool G
Yeah.
Rap.
Yeah.
KRS.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he started becoming more melodic and more, even Snoop, because Snoop also brought
Redman.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Snoop.
Yeah. Snoop brought
Yeah.
that in as well. Yeah.
I think Snoop was more of like a sound than a vibe. Like it wasn't as lyrically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, he's definitely responsible for some of that too.
Oh yeah. Sir. Well, bro, ready to get up out of here?
Yeah,
Get back
yeah.
in Sunday.
Yeah. No. I'm tired of talking to you.
Yeah, man, I'm done with you, man. I got to do some chores, man. I got to go to the grocery store.
Chores is wild. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go find a food truck and eat some tacos from Belize or some shit. You know what
Of
I'm saying?
course. Of course. Of course.
Sunday's looking like it rained yesterday. It's been raining down here crazy.
Let me get off and on up here where I'm at. Off and on. We appreciate the chat. Yo, thank you all for the super chat. Thank you all for the love and the pull up.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Like,
I think
subscribe.
AG in West Virginia chopping down trees for Christmas already. Isn't that
Well,
what's going on?
already, because it's about that time. It's about to get into August. This is when they start chopping down trees in West Virginia.
Family business, lumberjack.
Family business.
Yo, every time he brings up the LL Cool J with the wheelchair, I'm just like, yo, fam.
Yo, no one believes him, man. No one believes him. No one believes the story.
Please stop. Please stop. AG, if you're somewhere and you're taking a break from, like wearing like Snoop Dogg flannel in '93 and chopping down lumber in West Virginia on this humid Sunday afternoon.
No
First
one
of all,
believes him.
I want you to understand me and Shawn are sipping
Yeah.
mimosas, cutting down trees. Please stop telling lies about the wheelchair.
I don't even have trees in my yard.
The wheelchair in West Virginia is wild.
That was crazy. That was
It sounds wrestling match. The wheelchair in West Virginia. It sounds like a wrestling match. The LL wasn't there. Nobody comes there, AG. Michael
Nobody.
Vick went to Blacksburg to play football. You know, I almost went. Me and Mike Vick are the same age, so I almost actually went to Georgia Tech. I mean, not Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, VTech, yeah, VTech,
Yeah,
yeah.
Virginia. I almost went there. I got accepted. I would have been there the same year of Michael Vick's freshman year, where he led them to the national championship against Florida State.
That was a huge year for him too. Good grief, he was killing that year.
But
Yeah.
nobody wants to go to Blacksburg, Virginia, like all year, except for AG.
Nah, I've been there a couple of years ago. Never want to go back. I'm good.
You went there? How was it?
It was terrible. I had to go there for an investigation. It was it was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The colonizers a little different in the original colony state.
Totally different. Totally different. I was there for that too. I was there for that. Yeah.
So we're all people, Sean. So we're all people.
It's a weird time.
All right. It's been Brunch on Sunday by Hip Hop Talks. Like and subscribe to the page.
Indeed.
Big 3 back in tow on Thursday.
Indeed.
AG.
Hey, Jizzle. Appreciate y'all.
I'd like to thank you for not swallowing any honey packs at the end of this episode.
Yo, we out, man.
You act like it was a Friday night.